last time on Legends of Evantris Prime, you all had found yourself on the outskirts of the Thorn Wilds, but not those same massive ancient trees gnarled with massive thorny vines, but a relatively new forest, but still one that surrounded you. Seemingly the ruins of a logging town beneath you. You did some excavation, and you found not just the remnants of buildings, of stone, of metal, of wood, but also the remnants of people. Bones, skeletal remains, not simply just decayed, but every single bit of flesh stripped from stark white bones beneath the soil. And it was incredibly musty smelling, and it was incredibly, it seemed like very fertile soil. And it didn't take long until you uncovered a larder, an old cellar that had happened to have a wall fall on top of it in the midst of whatever calamity befell this town. And within you found strange umber-colored, a brownish, hairyish mold. Hairyish, covered in tendrils. It looked very soft, but as soon as you approached, it was incredibly cold.
Okay.
And it sapped the life force from Sylvie as it stripped the skin off of her hand, learning that it was very toxic towards humanoids at the very least. Rodek attempted to burn it in holy fire, and it caused the entire cellar to explode, erupt, almost killing it. As suddenly the brown mold within exploded, destroying the entire cellar, the wall on top, and erupting into a deluge of this brown mold. They then dug up the skeleton of who could only be the brother of King Barlock Blackforge, Corbin Blackforge. With him, the chisel of the First Forge and the axe of the Mountain King, which Rodek took with him. Some tests around this mold were done. There was a blue jay involved. And after Anulin spoke to a blue jay and said that there had been a town there, and it had been at night. A great giant owl dropped a massive seed-looking thing, and suddenly there was just a massive pop and cracking, and the town was no longer there, and a forest had been in its place not too long later. And what else did y'all learn? Oh, you chucked a chipmunk on top of the brown mold, and a worm, and a caterpillar, and a squirrel, and who knows what other animals.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Oh,
Ate the beef jerky.
Some kind of jerky.
But the critters landed on this mold, and it was soft and pleasant for them, and even broke the fall of a chipmunk that had been flung by a mage hand. And
for that mage hand.
And allowed it to scamper off unharmed. And I think that was basically the gist of it, as you all got into your own shenanigans, and Orpheus teleported you to where Anulin had directed, which was the heart of Maka, the center. She had referenced a large tree she had thought was there, but she had never been there, so it was really just kind of a loose recollection. And it was there that soon they saw the wood elf city of Maka before them. Incredibly beautiful. A town that was almost harmonious with nature itself. And it wasn't long until they were immediately surrounded by wood elves drawing bows, scimitars, axes at them, ready to strike them down after descending from the tree branches with thorn whips from strange bangles around their arms. And the lead of these elves, it was a massive man of oak and bark who seemed to recognize them, and that's where the session begins. And so let me.
And he called. Oh, unless you're gonna say it.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to say it in tree voice.
No, I'm not going to say it. I already said it.
No, you have to say it in tree voice.
What did he say?
The session is new. We can't effectively RP with him.
How am I
He doesn't
supposed to
say
get
it in
into
tree
it?
voice.
Yeah, you gotta like set us to the scene here.
God. Hold on. Shame your DM. I'm doing what you want.
I can't work under these conditions. Amateurs.
My Google Docs was on my wrong device here. And then Steve, the chipmunk, is the big, bad, evil guy.
That's true.
So, you all stand surrounded. Wood elves in brown and green and black hoods. Weapons drawn. Surrounding you, faces almost entirely shrouded. As you look around and the animals that stalk naturally and fly through the air and make their way across the ground of this town start to make their way closer to you. As the massive oaken man with his great mane of leaves and the bark of his skin almost craggly like stone, as he leans down on you with glowing eyes, and he says that he recognizes you, the saviors of Svarog. And there's a pause. And he looks deeper, and every single motion, there's the cracking of wood and the groaning of a tree during a windstorm. And his voice rumbles with that same sort of timbre. Word travels fast in the wilds.
Would I have ever seen one of these or knew that they existed?
Why don't you make a nature check at advantage? Ooh. Is this music fine for everyone at the table? And I don't know.
Crank it up.
It's a little light. It's a little light.
I'll go ahead and play some ambient.
I think we'll
Please, God, no.
I got a 21.
21. I would say that you have seen these creatures native to the Thorn Wilds and other wild places. Massive humanoids, shaped plant creatures known as treants. And you know that the ones of the Thorn Wilds generally are a bit pricklier, literally having their hides and skin covered in thorns. However, this one seems to be, looks like an ancient version of this, and his bark almost looks like stone. That's how thick it is.
How tall?
He's absurdly tall. How tall is a fucking tree? Like 20 feet tall? I don't know. No, not 20 feet tall.
Taller than that.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe 20 feet
They're
tall,
gigantic.
Yeah. How about you folks on chat? How tall is the tree?
Well, are they taller or
They're a huge
shorter
creature.
than the guards in the Autumn Court is the question.
I would have
No, nothing. No one's that tall.
I would have guessed taller
The
than
orcs,
20 feet. I'm
and
serious.
orc guards in the Autumn Court are literally 8,000 feet tall.
Wow, those are pretty big
mature
guards.
Is it an oak ent?
Yes.
Oakent?
I would say you could tell that he's an oak. Yeah.
A mature live oak can stand between 60 and 100 feet tall.
He's probably about like 30. So he's not like a massive tree. He's still like a tree man.
Treeman?
He's a tree man.
Maybe he's about 40 feet.
You're asking me to play it much cooler here.
He's very
than I
large.
would like to play it.
And there's a pause, and none of the elves around you move. And Orpheus looks, and he kind of glares at you, Annulet. What do you have me take us?
I didn't know this was going to be here.
I'm gonna cross
I mean,
my
it's
arms.
so cool that it is so.
I mean, this is pretty amazing. It's no Cigna, of course, but I've never seen anything like this.
Excuse me. I would just like you to know your beard made of tree is splendiferous.
And I will curtsy poorly.
He looks at you very faintly as his nose, the bark of his nose kind of wrinkles, and he says, Saviors of Svarog, what is it, doom of Svarog? Saviors of the chain? Either way, you are very popular. And
that is wonderful.
and
I
suddenly,
think I can handle this.
and suddenly, you start to hear the excited chatter of voices as you see the roadways of this city, and then the pathways that are barely roads, as elves around these multi-leveled, multi-tiered structures built into the trees are looking and noticing you and pointing out, and they're whispering, they're calling over to people, and they're starting to gather around as a crowd all around the treetops, all above you is starting to form.
Did he tell us what his name was?
I'm gonna brush my cape back and take a big step in front of Annulin and with my arms wide open and say, Now, there is no need to call us saviors. We far prefer heroes. My name is Vandris Truestrike, and yes, we are here. We're very glad to hear that we're popular, and these are my friends, a group of people. That's Orpheus, ignore him. Welcome us, please. And I'll do a very deep bow and wave to the people and give them a flourish and blow a kiss to a cute-looking wood elf off to the distance.
Is he sick? Does he have a fever?
No, he's just...
I'm gonna walk up to people and start shaking hands. Vandris Truestrike, pleasure to meet you, Vandris Truestrike.
As soon as you make a motion to move,
Okay.
as soon as you make a motion to move, one of the elves shoots an arrow at your feet.
Oh.
Begging your pardon, but
Oh.
he's quite rude, and he's never seen one like
he
you,
has
I'd
a
imagine.
fever.
Probably, yes.
We got attacked by mold.
You are honored guests in our city.
And then I'm just gonna look at the arrow.
Or was it prisoners?
Those are very, very different things.
Hi, my name's Sylvie Flickerwicket of the Flickerwickets. What's your name?
Oh, and you see there's a bit of recognition on his face as he turns to you and he says,
I am Ancient Cragglebar.
That is my favorite name ever. I'm not even kidding, and I care about a lot of things, but that's my favorite name ever.
Why, thank you. It is also my favorite name I've ever had.
No, you're saying that we're the saviors of Svarog?
Or possibly not?
The saviors from Svarog. I was told high elf,
That's me.
a dwarf, a gnome,
Me?
and an ill-dressed tiefling.
excuse me, did you hear what he just said?
And that you had destroyed the dread of Insiri,
Yeah.
the Forge Master, Slave Master, Mastermind of Svarog. Or was it that they were
Prisoners?
prisoners?
Well, there's no need for that. If you just take us on the way to our banquet, that would be great. You can start thanking us. We can have a feast. We
What
can have drinks.
banquet?
Well, we're saviors. They said saviors.
They're shooting at us!
Well, I think that's just a
No,
common
they
misunderstanding.
were just shooting at Vandris, but that's because he was being really loud and obnoxious.
A lot of people shoot at him.
Simple mistake. If we could just...
Annulin shoots at him.
Are we being detained? Are we free to go?
You are free to go about Maka. You are in the heart of the wild, the heart of the thorn wild. No, you are detained.
Do you know which one we are? Free to go or free to be detained?
First one, then the other.
So we can go about the city and then you'll detain us?
Was that...
And he looks around.
I think that if you're gonna detain us anyway, you should just cut to the chase, you know?
And you see that one of the elves, this relatively young, slender female elf.
Ow!
Taps
Warden, you just kicked me in front of Fragglebeard.
Taps on ancient Cragglebark's leg, and he leans down, and you can see that this brilliant, deep green mane of hair and beard all kind of just molds together, and you see that he has a very long nose with several branches kind of growing out from the side of his nose, and he leans down and almost shrouds the elf as she whispers up into his ear.
Yes, processed. You must be processed and questioned by the Warden.
I love to answer questions.
Then the feast. Or is it the hunt and the feast?
Anton's really good at hunting things as long as they're not creatures. So, I hope that they're people.
Every hunt involves hunting a creature.
Oh, well, then Annulin's not any good at that, sorry.
The key
Keys.
is which type of creature it is.
That's true.
And he leans back and hear the cracking of wood as he stands. And now, at this point, the two branches dead above you are two massive owls staring down at you with these huge eyes, and slinking in the shadows are these saber-toothed massive panthers, and there's also two large bears, and stepping up, kind of almost forming this circle, are these massive stags with these beautiful knotworks of horns or antlers, and Ancient Cragglebark looks around and he nods.
You've all arrived, your escort, to bring you to the vault of the Watchers. Thornwatch, you may proceed away.
And with that, the elves take one step back, and they all kind of look at you, and then the one who shot the arrow in front of you kind of narrows his eyes at you.
I give him a wink.
No motion at all, as they all just put their bows and their weapons away. They sheath their scimitars, and they raise out their arms, and thorn whips just shoot out and attach to the trees, and they fly off into the city. And you look around, and this is kind of the first time you haven't had weapons levied at you, and you get a bit more of the time to get a sense of the city. And it had initially felt like it was nighttime, despite it being what you think is morning. You don't believe that teleportation has changed fast-forwarded time, but there's plenty of light in here, and besides the light that shimmers down through the canopy, but you see that this entire city is covered in beautiful phosphorescent plants, huge flowers, mushrooms, great strange fern-like plants with bulbs growing out, all glowing with bright lights of various colors, and it feels like a city, but unlike anything that you've ever seen, even yourself, Angelin.
This is really pretty.
It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the banquet that's being held in our honor.
I'm excited to find out what happens when they question us. I love to answer questions.
How close is our entourage or whatever, are the people that are going to lead us away? Or escorts,
so you realize that your escorts, as he gestures to his escorts, are just all the animals around. As the owls swoop down and they land behind you, and the animals and the bears, and they look at you, and as their eyes make contact with yours, there seems to be a level of awareness in them that you wouldn't expect from an animal. As they don't speak at all, but they all form around you as Cragglebark kind of leans back, and he takes a massive step to ahead, and he extends an arm. And so you're not entirely surrounded. You see that Cragglebark is kind of is trying to get his bearings of where he is in the city, and you could probably go into a whisper, perhaps. You're not sure how good the hearing of these nocturnal predators are, but or if they understand common.
I don't like this.
Why not?
Because they want to interrogate us.
Yep, I know, I heard it.
Is it that bear over there? Because I don't like the way he's looking at me either.
Shh. I
He can hear you.
don't like anything about this.
Well, let's keep our heads cool. There's a war going on. We know this. Wouldn't it be unusual for them to just let us traipse into the city?
I mean, and to be fair, we did kind of teleport into the middle of everything.
I still blame Morpheus for that.
We told him to do it.
She gave me the map.
I didn't have a map.
Well, no, the scratchings in the dirt. That was a terrible map, Madeline. Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing that you said.
said
That's
I've
right.
never been
It was
here.
not a map. It was barely a map.
Are we being, like, moved forward
Yeah,
at
and
all?
you're
Like,
starting,
we're
you're
getting
starting to
okay.
you hear a low growl, like as the bear that was eyeing you, Vanbris.
I'm gonna turn and like, all right, and I'm gonna take a few steps very slowly forward, indignantly looking at the bear as I move forward. I'm telling you, it's that bear.
I like that bear.
Well, all
I
right.
like them all.
As this animal entourage guides you with this treant lead and annual, as you kind of get your bearings, you see throughout the city at various points are ants rising up and walking around as elves and animals walk through their steps. Never one of them at risk of ever being stomped on, as if there's just they've been living like this for years. And you look through the treetops, and you occasionally get a glimpse of a shape that looks vaguely feminine, but made out of leaves, bright gold or green. And as soon as your eyes kind of make contact with theirs, they shrink back and disappear into the tree that they've been watching you from. And all of the while, the crowds that are gathering to watch you be escorted is growing. And suddenly the excited chattering voices turns to the occasional cheers as the animals ahead of you have to kind of push through and make way through crowds now that are gathering, as they're cheering things like Genie Slayer and Breakers of Chains and Volcano's Doom, as you even hear Saviors of the Forest, as and the Killers of Giants, as you make your way through, and you realize that the area that you're leaving as you cross this massive gnarled bridge, that you are truly at the heart of the forest. You are at the heart of the city, a large island in this massive lake that shimmers like moonlight, with bridges going off into various parts of the city. And at the center, you get the sense that most of the canopy of this massive city is from a single oak tree that you were right beside, as it rises up and higher and higher and higher, and all of its branches, dozens, maybe hundreds of massive branches, rise up from the center of this massive oak, all gnarling together with the huge thorny vines, creating this protective canopy through the city. And Cragglebar kind of looks at all of you in an attempt to make conversation, it feels like.
You wouldn't have been captured so quickly if you did not appear in the heart of the wilds. Very foolish place to teleport, children.
So we are captured, is what you're saying.
You are our honored guests.
I don't know what to believe.
And detained.
Well, if we don't have the freedom to just leave, we might as well enjoy being honored guests for the meantime until we get some nice food and liquor in us, and we can enjoy ourselves if we're gonna be detained anyway.
It's true.
Can we kind of get with it like away from earshot from Craggleburk?
You get the sense that he's kind of half listening anyway. You're not entirely sure.
He doesn't even know where he is.
You get the sense that he's like, what is this way? And he kind of scratches his head and then turns.
The vault is this way, away from the heart. Far away from the heart as possible, where all the dark things of the depths are kept.
I don't
That's ominous.
We shouldn't say a thing about him and the purple stuff and how he got his power.
Sure, all right.
Don't mention anything about evil elder things.
No, you
Or
jackass.
whispers, all right? No one's to mention anything about that.
It's fine. Well, I wasn't
You
planning
mean
on it
about all
anyway.
the things that you're mentioning right now out loud?
No one else can know.
But you don't know if there are fleas on you that are listening.
And I'm still keeping my eye on that bear, and I look over my shoulder at him and I grimace.
The fleas can know and the bear can know. That's fine. Just not the elves, all right?
The fleas could tell the elves. Fleas are very...
Chatty?
No.
Are they?
It's a different word for it.
Gossipy?
Yep.
Is that a thing?
I've heard
Yeah. It's common knowledge.
Learn something new every day.
And it also sounds like they don't know that there's a gigantic army of giants marching this way.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that. We do know that they closed the giants there, so they must know about Annulin's bow that she talks to.
Don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe we shouldn't say anything. Now I'm getting a bit nervous.
They're gonna ask us a lot of questions, so do you want me to lie?
No.
Probably.
Maybe.
You may have to.
I don't know if I can.
Use your best judgment.
Wait, we didn't get our story straight before coming into the city. Oh gosh, we're so stupid.
Oh,
We
boy.
can be honest. We can say that we killed Nziri, and we can tell them about Duke Grudo and the advisor with the mask. Let's tell them all of that they're marching this
Does
way.
anyone else think that sounds like the name of a poop?
But
Duke Grudo.
it never really crossed my mind before.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to go with no on this one. I'm with Rodek.
Annulin says no.
But Kelsey says
yes.
I don't think we should lie. Unless we really, really have to.
But what would we really have to lie about? Give me I don't have my words today.
I took them earlier. You told me to hold them.
Oh.
You
Can I have them back?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Can you give me a no?
And over there
Oh, he's still
is the
going.
terrace of the nature's bounty.
Oh.
Our great gardens and markets are held. Anything that we want, nature provides.
Can you give me an example of what I would lie about if it came up?
Everything about the weapon
What?
and the mold.
And Orpheus having powers. Don't
And
tell them
Orpheus
about
having
Orpheus' powers.
powers.
Why?
And evil things.
We have to tell him Orpheus has powers, because if they do something that requires us to use them and then Orpheus has powers, they'll
They
ask
can know
what
he
we
has
lie.
powers, but not about
That's
the
how we
whole
got here, my powers.
Not about all of the vision things. Regular fire power, that's fine. All the purple stuff, all the phoenix stuff.
Here's a simple thing. If it comes from beyond the stars, let's not talk about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Fair enough?
Right.
Sure, but that's it, just that.
Well, that's one. That's just like one.
Oh, no.
And then we have like 1A, and then we have like one subsection A, 1B. Rhoda, tell her about subsection A, 1B.
Just don't mention anything about weapon, mold, or purple phoenix thing, alright? Everything else is fine.
Nothing about the buried town.
Understand? Can you like divide that in your mind? Like think about
We came
everything.
here from Svarog.
Think about
I know.
how we came here from Agwe, right? And we came all the way through, and we went north, and we entered the volcano, and we killed Nziri, and we escaped.
Yep, and you died, and Annulin died, and Orpheus died, and he came back to life with crazy power from out of
Don't
nowhere.
no, don't mention that part.
Maybe
thought we
Tony
could
can say
talk about
that we
his power.
died.
I don't want to freak you guys out or anything, but I'm going to be fully honest. Every time I have been captured like this and surrounded and detained, while I've had powers, my go-to, my MO, I will admit, was to say fuck it, kill everyone and bail. And I'm trying very hard not to just fall back in my old habits.
Orpheus,
I'm kind of freaking out here.
I don't want to disappoint you or make you more upset, but I just want to let you know that that's really not an option right now. Chances are good if you try to do that, we'll all be dead.
Well, I mean, but Evandra's everything looks so flammable! And he just kind of freaks out and he says it very loud. No, flammable. No, nothing here is flammable.
Orpheus, I want you to take a look around you, especially that bear over there, and don't do anything hasty because they're all keeping an eye on us.
Yes, and don't you know that none of this wood is flammable because it's all filled with water. Anytime you want to make wood flammable, you gotta season it. So you gotta cut it up and then you gotta let it dry out a little bit and then it can catch fire. All this stuff is fully alive. You try and light it on fire here, people are just gonna laugh at you.
And it's coated with our special sap.
Ew.
You were saying?
Well, I didn't want to be too obvious about it, but that bear's catching on that you're being a dick.
That's fine. I don't care. The bear's also being a dick. I can tell. He thinks I can't tell, but I can tell.
The bear is glowering at you.
I glower back.
Well, all right.
You hear a hoot and kind of a gust of wind as you're all kind of like pushed forward as an giant owl soars ahead.
Mr. Cragglebar,
No, yes, small one.
how long have you been here in Maka?
700 years.
Wow,
Or is it
gods.
900?
that's a really long time.
Long time.
It's longer than most elves
time.
live.
It is.
I've been here when the forests were still old. I am still young compared to these woods. And over there is the retreat. This is where our residential district. All of the children of the Thorn Mother dwell in the retreat. And
So anyway, now, we kill Nziri, right? Don't even mention we die, alright?
Oh, you're just telling me what not to talk about.
And let's pretend we
Oh,
teleported here right after that.
No, we
Everything in
didn't.
between, we didn't, but everything in between, pretend it didn't happen.
Rodek, this is clearly your first rodeo. I don't talk to the authorities.
We can't not talk to them.
Oh, watch me.
If you get scared, maybe
I'm never scared.
if you get tongue-tied,
Yep.
maybe you could just turn yourself into like something cute that doesn't speak common.
Well, technically, I am something cute that doesn't speak common.
You're speaking it now.
No, I'm speaking Sylvie. This is the language I made up when I was a little girl.
It's
Just everyone else can understand it. I know.
Wow.
When I made it up, I made sure it used all the same words.
Perhaps you could, in that case, if you're not sure what to say, you could answer the questions with interpretive dance.
I love that idea. That is perfect. I'll do that.
I thought you might like it.
I will.
And there's the Enclave of... I forget the name. The Enclave of Ancient Lore. Or was it the Enclave of Elder Lore? Either way, it is the spiritual center of the city and where our druids go to commune with nature and enact the will of our mother.
Listen, Rodek, I understand that you're nervous. Just if they throw us in the clink, don't panic. All right,
What's
it won't
a
be for long.
clink?
Prison, jail, like a jail cell.
Oh, why would they do that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying this isn't like Orpheus. This isn't the first time that I've gotten these vibes before. I look over
This
at
is
the
the
bear
first
again.
time I've ever had a run-in with the law.
Just know that everything will be all right.
You know what I heard?
What?
If you poop yourself, they won't put you in shackles.
I can tell you from first-hand experience that is not true.
You poop yourself a lot, don't you?
It's a few times. After 126 years on this earth, you'd be surprised.
But you know the good thing about that? You won't surprise yourself if you do it again.
This is it. We're going to. This is where it ends.
No,
What do you mean?
no, please,
Don't
please.
freak out.
We're going to rot in Wood Elf jail if you all
Absolutely
keep acting like this.
No,
If we keep
no.
acting like what?
Maybe they think we're heroes, all right?
We
So
are
we need to help them.
heroes.
We're going to warn them of the fire giant threat. We're going to warn them about Grudo. We don't
Absolutely.
need to give any more information. We're not going to sit there and act like we're in trouble. If you don't say anything, they're going to think, oh, there's a reason he's hiding something.
Am I acting like I think I'm in trouble?
You told us to lie.
You said
so
you
if
don't
we're
talk to
acting
them.
like we're hiding something, it's because we are hiding something.
Listen, you said use your own discretion. I always use my own discretion, especially when talking to the authorities. We are heroes. We're going to be fine. Sylvie's going to be fine. Annulin's going to be fine. Rodet, you're going to be fine.
Vandris, what am I going to be fine?
I can't promise anything, but yes, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Breathe. Take a deep breath, please.
And over there's the den of fang and claws, where the defenders of the forest reside. All the beasts and elves that defend and enact the will of our mother. And there is the vault of the watchers. That is where I am taking you.
You look up ahead, and you see throughout the city these various districts that he's been pointing out the entire time you've been making your way through the city. You get the sense that maybe he's been talking this entire time. You've only been half listening. And he's probably only half listening to you all. As you see at the very far end of the city, it stretches out long behind you. You're not even sure how long you've been walking here. And you see that there is... It's not quite a tree, but an intricate knotwork of massive, thick, brown vines with massive thorns, all interwoven into a strange structure that all encloses on itself. That's almost like a building built out of these thorny vines. And you see that there's a long winding path up there, and this long winding path is also just a flattened thorny path, and the rather than railings, they're just spikes going up vertically, almost like prison bars, as they make their way up to a massive door that is also just intricate knotwork of thorns.
And that is where the honored guest shall be made most comfortable. Or uncomfortable and interrogated. I can't remember which.
And he's scratching his head and he's smacking it, and the glow in his eyes kind of dim out for a little bit and then come back. And he stops forward and guides you.
Once we get wherever we're going, we'll answer the questions, we'll warn them, and everything will be fine. Then we really will be heroes. Right?
Does everyone have their stone?
Of course, I never leave home without it.
What stone?
The Rocky Talkie.
No.
I don't know where mine is. I think I must have lent it somewhere long ago. And then I maybe lent yours and got it back, but I don't know.
I don't need one because I can talk to you all in your head with my book.
Then before we split up, let's take inventory, and then we all go in our packs and we try to recollect who has which stones when.
Whatever makes for a fun and compelling story is what I'll say.
Mike.
So
I think we have three.
So we definitely gave one away.
Yeah, we gave one to that rat Fink.
Right, we gave one to Ratley. Or
Ratley,
whatever his name was.
And we gave one to Seamus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so we only have three. Yeah, that's right.
Because we recovered the one from Ganji, right? I mean, like, he didn't take his with him.
Correct.
So we have three.
Yeah, and so you have one, you have one, and you have one.
Because we used it to talk to Orpheus.
Yes. Yep.
And I can talk
I thought
to
we only
you
have
with
4 to start.
with my book.
Or 5 to start.
Oh, word.
So we have 3. Okay, that works.
Yep.
That works. Orpheus doesn't. You need to keep your mouth shut for the most part. All right.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
Yes, and if you should we not give him one? I feel like if anybody should have one, it should be Orpheus because he's kind of like a toddler.
Thanks. I'm going to Goddess here. If you want to get out of here, are you gonna support us out of here?
I'll give
So
him
the
my
thing is-
stone. How
but
about
you
that?
don't need to
Yeah, that is-
because he wrote his name in my book. So if anyone ever needs to talk to him, I can talk to him.
That's fair.
If things go south, Andrews, are you going to teleport us out of here?
Well, I mean, I'll just
Oh, are you going? What are you
turn
going
into
to
a
do?
bat and fly away.
What are you when we're in that horrible Thorn Castle? How are you going to get out of there,
I
Vandus?
think it's kind of pretty.
In the wow, it's pretty how horrible nature is.
That's a
kind of
question
way,
for
yeah.
future Vandrus. Right now, current Vandrus is ready to go in and answer the questions.
One of
Or
the
not, I haven't
stags
decided.
walking there glares at Orpheus.
We need a code word. If things go wrong and we're breaking our way out.
Maybe we should all have a bird call.
What? A separate individual bird call?
Yes, so we know who's in trouble. Duh.
Well, am I gonna mentally create a bird call in my mind?
No, you're gonna hooty-hoo out loud.
Oh, would you like to demonstrate?
There's so many bird calls.
Yeah, but it was your idea, so you have to do it right now.
Well, which kind of bird do you want to be?
How about a blue-footed booby? I didn't think that was a real bird.
It is. It's not native to here, but it exists.
How does a dodo sound?
Doo-doo.
Dodo.
That was pretty
Got
good.
it.
That was pretty good.
Yes.
Oh, just give me one.
You gotta pick a bird. Screeky.
How about like an owl?
I want that one. I want the squeaky key.
That one's yours then.
I got it. Called it dibs.
All right.
Do it.
Something.
That's close enough. I know it's you.
What's mine? What's mine? Give me a bird.
You pick a bird.
Is that your owl?
No, you need a different one. No.
Try a little more with the guttural.
Hoot.
No.
Hoot.
Frick.
It's fine. If you hear a hoot, it's me.
Jade Wing McCall. Jade Wing McCall. What is it?
Jade Wing Macaw. Jade Wing Macaw.
That's not a real bird.
No, it is. Yes, it is. I've stolen several.
No, a goose. A goose.
Is that good?
A goose.
Was that good?
I thought it was pretty good.
Was that good?
I thought it was all right.
Doing
It's
okay?
getting worse.
Are you trying to join the Den of Frankenclaw as our new owl
The Den of
regiment?
Frankenclaw. Oh no.
Well, we're almost here. Time is... Or do you have more? No, the Warden will be meeting us soon.
Oh, he said Warden. That's not good.
Well, are you sure he said Warden and not Wharton?
I'm pretty sure.
What if it's a warden named Wharton?
That could be.
It'd be quite a coincidence. Let's stick to the plan.
What if it's Wharton, Warden? You know, there's this place where I'm from down Bob Possum, Morton's, Candy Morton's, and that's where I'd always go to get some. When you laugh, I can't.
Anyways,
I love Candy Morton.
please continue leading us. Mr. Fragglebach.
It's Fragglebeard.
I believe it's Crackle Pop.
Oh dear.
Snap!
Answer my
I love
cousins
something in my
Fraggle
house.
Rock and Cracker Barrel. Our family always got us confused.
Fraggle Rock and Cracker.
Do we know how long the Thorn Mother has been, like, about town?
As long as you've been alive and remember, you have no idea. You don't know beyond
From,
that.
like, history,
Make a history check at disadvantage, given your
youngness.
and living out on the outskirts here.
7.
You have no idea. As far as you're aware, as far as kind of what the people, she has always been of the Thorn Wilds, and she's always been the mother of the wild.
Okay.
Annulin, how does the dodo sound again? I forgot.
No.
Okay, that is exactly what it was.
I seriously can't believe that you pulled that exact same sound out twice in a row. Well done.
I'm proficient. Oh no, there are wolves howling in the distance.
Oh, I hear them. They sound
There
quite
are
pudgy.
wolves in
And distressed.
the Thorn Wilds. Yeah,
He stops.
Mr. Cragglebeard, Cragglebach,
yes.
do you know who's going to be hosting or interrogating us?
No, that'll be the Warden of the Vault.
And is it a nice warden?
Oh, she is very nice. Or is it to me and not outsiders?
I guess we can rule out them being the owner of Candy Morton's.
That's true.
That's unfortunate.
Her name is Warden Mirandris Darkcrescent.
Oh.
That's not even close to Candy Morton.
Mirandris, but if
Mirandris.
I were you, children, I would just call her Warden. And treat her with the utmost respect.
Oh,
I
of course. And, I'd just like to say thank you for welcoming us into Maka and showing us along the way.
No, you're welcome. I am the chief protector of this city, along with my kin.
And he gestures all at the various treants. And there's actually a good number of treants around this vault. Nearly a dozen at the various levels of this city. And he says,
The Oakenthorn treants are sworn to protect this city, and we have for centuries. As long as I live, Maka will stand.
How do you spell Maka?
No, M-A-C-H-A.
Oh, I was wrong.
Matcha.
All this time.
What?
I thought it was 2 C's.
Oh. Do you know a treant named Fifi Puffer Pickles?
I have known many treants and trees in my time, and I can say that, yes, I actually... No, I know I haven't.
Oh, I was really excited. Because I'm always walking away, never mind.
So now what?
you get a little bit headbutted by a stag as you need to follow him.
So we're getting pushed into the...
You're getting pushed into this narrow, winding bridge up to this major gate.
Are all of the animals staying behind, or just a couple of them following us?
So you actually look behind you, and as soon as you get to this winding path, all of the animals kind of fan out and they wait. And the owls fly up, and they land on various perches. The panthers climb up and around and are stalking you. But you see that there is a number of elves and several treants that are waiting along this massive gate. And you would think it looks like a wrought iron prison gate, but it is all entirely thorns.
As we begin to approach the gate, I'll look over my shoulder and find the bear, and I'll give him one of these. As we walk away.
Hey, Amulet. Look at that gate. It looks like a raw iron gate, but it's not. It's made of thorns.
Yeah, I think everything is here.
Okay, let's go.
Oh.
I'm just gonna turn before we go and bow to all of the animals and say thank you, defenders.
I'm
Make an animal handling check.
I'm still giving that bear the stink
At
eye.
disadvantage because of Andrus.
Dang it! 17.
17. Okay.
Negates that natty 20.
You get a sense of recognition from many of the animals that make eye contact with you. And once again, it's not that same kind of blank expression that a lot of the beasts that you've experienced have. There seems to be a bit of sentience.
There's a clear recognition that
there's
it's sucking up.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay.
absolutely, especially from the owl that you give a wink to. And Cragglebark stomps up this winding pathway, and
Tribal beard.
and you see that this massive citadel rises up and almost blends into the thornwork of the dome of the canopy over the city. As you are brought to the gate, and there are 2 massive treants on either side, not quite as large as Cragglebark, but you see that where his bark is almost is ancient gray, there's this dark brown with thorns jutting out of various parts of the bark on their skin. As Cragglebark stops and he looks down at you and extends a massive arm.
Present yourself to the gate so that the warden may process you, honored guests.
Cragglebark extends his massive tree trunk of an arm with vines falling down as he gestures to you to present yourself to the gate.
So how far away from are we?
You're about 30 feet.
And the people that were there are inside or outside of the gate?
They're outside. And the gate, there's a few spaces and it's just pure darkness throughout, and it's all just this knotted thornwork. There's the 2 thorny treants are on either side, and there's a number of armored elves, and you see that they are armored in it's hard to tell. Is it a heavy plate, or is it made out of wood? It's kind of hard to tell, and there's thorns on it, and there are very striking crescent patterns and wild claw patterns in their armor. They seem to be very heavily armored and armed guards.
I take 2 or 3 very deliberate steps forward from the rest of the group, and I flourish my cape back and I say, "My name is Vandris Truestrike, as I'm sure that you're very well aware." And I do a deep bow.
They're gonna kill him.
And then I stop at the top of my bow, and I take 3 steps back, and I fall back in line.
As soon as you finish that, you hear the groaning and creaking and almost snapping of natural material as suddenly all of the thornwork of the gate starts to move, and it starts to all sink back into this into an opening. And standing where the gate had once been is a feminine shape, from what you can tell, but you see that it is cloaked and covered in armor, and there's really just 2 eyes, 2 bright golden eyes that are staring behind through slits in a hood, as you see that the armor that this individual has is like a far more ornate version of the guards that flank her. And this person is probably very clearly the Warden, as suddenly beside her a rows of guards step out and begin to march around and surround you.
Oh, am I like singled out?
No, they're starting to go around.
All right, as I see this happening, I'm gonna like lean down like towards Rodak, because he's a lot shorter than I am, to say, "Target acquired." And I'm gonna stand back up.
There's no need for this. Hello there. How do you do? And I'm gonna just try to walk up to the Warden.
There'll be plenty of time to answer questions and to chat, dwarf. Join me in the vault.
It's why we're here. You can just lead the way.
You are our mother's honored guests, but you are still strangers to this land. You will come willingly, and you will be safe and spared.
Of course.
Aye.
Yeah, sure. What do you mean by spared?
You are not of the forests.
Well, I mean, I kinda am, yeah.
Not of these thorn wilds. No.
Well, no.
I'm like a distant relative.
There will be time to discuss, and you can tell me about your lives' stories. Come, join me. And she turns, and this deep green cloak that she has billows as you realize now that the armor that she's wearing is very clearly not metal and not leather at all. There's no leather pieces or animal parts at all in this. And Anulin, I want you to make a make a nature check at advantage, given your
27.
27. Anulin, you actually, it now kind of clicks in your brain, because your mother was a blacksmith. And you know that was not a very popular or sanctioned profession, as actually smelting and forging metal armor and weapons and goods was looked down upon, and that the elves of Maka have utilized something they claim to be as strong as steel, called ironbark. And you get the sense that she is wearing a full armor suit that utilizes the same technology, and the hood over her head kind of drapes down to a little V between her eyes, but you see that there is an ironbark helmet that she is wearing, completely covering her face, besides just a very narrow eye slit and just the lines that would frame her nose and mouth if you could even see into that darkness.
Damn.
As she turns and guides you, do you follow?
Yeah.
I would follow you. I'd follow me.
I turn and haul ass in the other direction. I'm talking arms behind my back, Naruto kid at Area 52, and I just run. I don't. No, I'm going to follow.
She gets full of arrows and dies.
No death save. 400 arrows rain upon your corpse.
You are dead.
Yeah.
And as you follow her, the guards march and file in behind you until there are only 4 guards that actually enter this vault, and the others stay outside. But as soon as you all enter, you're swallowed in darkness, and the warden raises her hand, and you see that there is a far more intricate bangle around her wrist than the ones in the Thornwatch that had captured you previously. And as soon as she raises her hand, you hear the creaking behind you as all of the thorns of the gate interweave, and it locks shut. And you make your way through halls you step on floor that is wood, but it's not hardwood panels. It's almost as if you're in a living, breathing thing. As you make your way through winding, narrow, unsure-footed hallways and various doors that are all fully sealed by intricate thornwork, and you occasionally hear a groan or a cough or muffled voices. And as you spend your first several minutes walking through this place, then you realize that you're actually starting to go deeper as these cell doors or vault doors get larger, and you start to hear strange growls and snarls behind these doors as you follow on in silence. And eventually you realize that you are making a bit of a spiral pattern as you make your way through the intricate thornwork of this vault. And
are we going up or down?
You're going down. You're going down. And then eventually she stops. She stops and she looks at a very large door, and she raises her hand, and suddenly all of the thorns apart for her, and she gestures in to all of you. This is where you will be interrogated.
All right, through here.
I'll proceed in.
Yeah. And as you make your way into this room, you see that the hallway goes deeper and down and just almost disappears into darkness. As you all step in, and the 4 guards wait at the edge of this room, and she raises her hand again. It all comes back together, and you see that there's a number of bits of furniture in this space. They all seem to be made out of vines and bits of growths in the wood and the thorn. And you see that there is a large table, and at the outset, you definitely see that there are spaces where thorns are jutting out, where hands and legs might be pinned up. And she walks towards the back of the room, and she raises her hand, and suddenly there are 5 chairs that all kind of rise out of the floor of this space and form, and you realize that all of the thorns are all pointing away as if you could take a seat. And she extends another firm hand. You may sit.
I rush over and take a seat, and can you pass me my slipper?
What? Oh.
Yeah.
You're taking your slippers. It got away.
Yeah.
Mickey's wearing bunny slippers.
I'll also sit down, and as I sit down, I'll just say, is there any way that I could get a nice cup of tea, just, while we wait and have this chat?
You are our mothers, honored guests.
Perfect.
There will be time for tea. Now is not that time, High Elf.
Oh.
Of course.
Let's get this over with. And I'll sit down.
Ask me whatever you want. I'm an open book of interpretive dance.
It's true. And I'm sure you have been informed of who we are. And thank you so much for keeping the city so safe. And we're happy to answer whatever questions.
I know what the people say. I know what the children of the Thorn Mother say. Edgeling. And
that means that she's an elf on the edge.
I assume that means that I grew up out on the edges of the forest. Okay.
That's exactly what that means.
Thank you.
And you would have heard that maybe as a derogatory term at some point for you and your family, whenever you may have ventured deeper into the Thorn Wilds. And she says, but I am here to get to the truth. There could be any number of reasons why you are here. The people talk, they are excited, they like a tale. They lived in fear of the boogie woman of Enziri, the Forge Master, the evil genie. It makes for a good story, but it has no bearing on our city or our people. The fact that you killed her, or so the people say, makes no difference to me. All I care for, what are your intentions in my city? What are your intentions towards our mother?
Giants are coming on their way here. They're going to burn the whole thing to the ground.
Boom! Done.
That's right.
That's the whole story.
Yeah, the ones that were inside the mountain, they just marched all the way over here.
Is that why you came to the city?
Well, yeah.
It wasn't just a story. We did kill Enziri, but we were tricked, and we thought that whole army was going to be what we were fighting, but they're on the way here. They're marching here this very moment.
And if you don't believe us, you could send an owl up into the air or something and say, hey, owl, do you see any giants? If the owl comes back and says no, well, then the owl might have poor eyesight, and then you have to get him bifocals. So that way he can see two different distances at one time. It's pretty cool. But if you look at the apex of where the focals are, you'll get a really sick stomach. You might puke on your feet.
In other words,
Thanks, Mike.
the giants left Enziri for dead.
Yep.
It was all part of their
It might have
plan.
been the plan all along.
They're on their way here currently, and we wanted to warn you.
That's why we teleported in. Because it was faster. And also because we were tired.
And it is the assessment of a dwarf that anyone or anything, especially giants, could enter the Thorn Wilds without our mother knowing.
Oh, so she knows already?
She does.
Oh, well then that's great. You don't even need us.
Our work here is done.
So we could just party.
Absolutely.
That's rad. Do you have cider? I've always wanted to try apple cider. I've heard it's really good. And it seems like a kind of thing you'd have in a treehouse.
What is your intention towards our mother?
Well, I don't know her.
You come here to warn us of a threat we are very acutely aware of.
Oh, we had no way to know that you knew. We were just there. We were surprised, and we wanted to do the right thing and protect the forest.
And offer our assistance.
Annalyn was very concerned about her hometown and the places around it and the land that she comes
And
from.
her brother's
My
part of
whole-
like the Thorn Army guys.
That's right. My brother serves your mother. Our mother.
Well, she's not my mom. My mom's a bitch.
That's neither here nor there.
Well, we're talking about moms. I thought it was important.
It's true, yes. But my whole town
Guard
was...
Captain Mossgrove is your brother.
Yes.
Guard captain, eh? Well,
Oh,
seems
did
he's
he
moved
get a
up a little bit.
promotion?
I suppose it sounds that way.
That's cool.
He did.
You should tell him congratulations when you see him. If you see him, I don't know if I want to see
He
you.
sounds like he might be too important to see me these days.
He is. You will
Thank
see
you,
him
Edward.
when you meet our mother.
Wait, you want us to meet the Thorn Mother?
You are heroes, according to the people.
I knew it.
Your
I've been saying this
arrival
whole time.
has been met with enthusiasm. It is proper for you to have counsel with our mother.
That would be real cool.
What have they been saying about Vandris Frustrike?
They've not said any names.
I don't believe that for a second. Of course they know who I am. They're always saying my name.
Do you need to mention Truestrike every time you say your name?
It's my name.
It's
of
like
course.
It's like you're worried you're going to forget your own last name.
What if there's another Vandris out there?
I've never met one.
I've never met one.
I think
Neither do I,
met
but-
one when I was younger.
I'm the most important one. That's all that matters. And I'm Vandris Truestrike. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm sure I will hear it from the people cheering my name as we march down Main Street and go to whatever lovely dinner you have ready for us.
His name was Flandris. That's different.
And so, because the people believe in you and are enthused about your arrival, so you are honored guests, and you will meet with our mother.
Excuse me, Warden. Can I ask you a question?
What do you wish to know, Gnome?
Well, you keep talking about mothers, and so I was thinking, if I ever had a baby, do you think Flester's a good name?
I will proceed to ask all the questions going forward.
Okay, sure. But you said you'd answer mine, so...
What is your intention
But you
towards our
didn't-
mother?
What about Flester?
We are going to offer our aid in the oncoming Fire Giant army. That's our intention.
And we wanted to let Annulin's brother know that their mom's not dead.
That's right. That's less regarding the Thorn Mother and more of a personal matter, but
We know he's here and that he's
that's right.
in the general vicinity of the Thorn Mother,
Yeah,
so it's
he's
related.
met us before, so he could totes vouch for us being cool.
That's right, and Arlon, he knows us too.
Yeah.
And I am meant to believe that you are the four that assisted the Thornwatch in dispatching the Coven of Whispers.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. We did it. We did it.
Yeah, we did it ourselves. They showed up afterwards and took that gross beating heart from us.
They more or less, helped us control the surrounding perimeter and to make sure that everything was good to go. But
But we're the ones that actually fought them.
I watched the man throw a lightning javelin. It was
I watched
wild.
them all turn into frogs.
That is not what the Archdruid reported.
What? What did the Archdruid report?
He reported that you assisted him and his Thornwatch.
We were heroes. We did the work.
We did all the work. That's ridiculous.
It was the Archdruid's work that banished that great evil into this vault.
Wait. Banished a
You
great
mean
evil
that
into the
beating
vault?
heart thing?
Did you guys not listen to ancient Crabblebark the whole way?
No.
I mean, I heard little bits and pieces. Why?
He gave us a whole tour of Maka, and he told us, where did he say? He said something, there was, we will be escorted to the Vault of the Watchers, and it's far, far away from the heart. You have to keep it far away from the heart. You meet in a tree ant, and you just pass right by. You meet a tree ant every day, and you don't listen to it.
heart. You mean heart of the forest? Does he mean heart
I
of
was
some
thinking
coven?
He probably meant that they've got to keep all the criminals away from the heart of the forest, because that's where the pretty queen lady lives.
I assumed it was the heart that we gave them that seemed pretty important at the time.
Now I think we shouldn't have gifted it to him because he's trying to take all the credit for our hard work.
That's true, and not very cash money of
The
him.
evil is sealed away, never to be unearthed again. Thanks to the work of the Archdruid and your assistance.
Yeah.
That's true. He did take... And we're speaking of a heart.
Hey?
You've seen it.
Hey,
Yeah.
we've seen it.
Yes.
We found it.
A friend of ours touched it.
My pixie touched it and then she died. But she came back, so it's fine.
I would bet a lot of gold pieces that took a good decade off of Doblo's life. Oh, that
I
bastard.
wonder if that's the reason Lumi left.
Maybe. The point is, though, no matter what report he gave you, they wouldn't have done what was done without us. And that should be proof that we are the good guys. We're here to help, and we've come here with good intentions.
It is the word of the Archdruid that has brought you safely into this vault. You shall thank him for your wholeness.
Be sure to, I guess.
Yeah, I'll make sure to let him know he's trying to steal my thunder.
Yeah.
You were within the mountain. You were within the volcano.
Yep. Yes.
Is there anything that you can tell us that can be of use to our mother?
I don't think so.
Only that the mountain is no longer full of giants because the forest is now full of giants.
Yep.
And it erupted.
And
We don't even know what's
it blew up.
inside.
Yeah, and all the people that were inside, most of them got out, I hope. And they're like going their own separate ways. And, something that's really cool, there's an entire cult of fire newts that worships Vanders because they turn them into a giant monkey.
Fire newts.
Yeah.
What is your relationship to fire newts?
We
Mostly just an
essentially
acquaintanceship.
recruited them to just help us win the day.
We essentially destroyed the thing that they worshipped, and then we convinced them that Vanders was a giant fire monkey, and they should do whatever he says, and they have turned themselves into a cult, and we just occasionally appease them to...
You serve the will of fire newts.
What?
You serve
No.
the will of fire newts.
No,
Are
fire
you here
newts-
under their orders?
What?
Wow,
No. We don't follow them. Please, they worship a giant. Well, me as a giant ape.
They don't
It's
even...
very different.
They
The
don't
power
even
dynamic
know
is
that
very
he's
much in my
really
favor.
him. They think he's a giant fire ape.
I feel like we've gotten a little off course.
The important thing that you need to know is that Duke Rudo is marching here from Svarog, intact with an army, that Nziri is dead, and the reason why she's dead is that they left her for dead because there's this new advisor that Duke Rudo has. And she wears a mask, a white mask with red... I described the mask in detail. Yeah, if you can help me... Is there like red markings?
Yeah, red
underneath
markings
the
that
eyes?
come down, like in triangles that kind of go down the cheeks on this white mask.
She wears a white mask with red markings. And none of us had seen anything like it, but if you know anything about it, if that can help us defend the city.
As soon as you say that, Rodak,
Oh, okay, here we go. We're back in.
as soon as you say that, Rodak, there's a pause. And she kind of tilts her head very slightly and looks at you. That is not possible. You must be mistaken.
Why? Do you know this person?
No, but there is no way that a fire giant duke would seek counsel of small folk.
How do you know that it's a small folk?
I think what the warden means is anyone who is smaller than a fire giant.
What do you mean?
That is simply not possible.
But it was. We saw it. We all did. Do you know who that might have been?
So look, here's the thing, right? We told you. You could say, totally not possible, throw it under the rug, and then be surprised later when it is possible. Or you could say, that's peculiar. That's the word, right? Peculiar? That's peculiar. I'm gonna make sure to let the mother know, just in case it is possible, and then you could, have the upper hand. But, like, totally up to you, so Warden, you probably know best.
Make a persuasion check.
Do it.
I'm not persuasive anymore.
It's gotta be plus
15.
She pauses and looks at you.
And you are certain it was a mask
Oh, yeah, for sure.
with red lines
Yeah,
from
like,
the eyes.
like blood eyes.
That's right.
White with red from the eyes.
We all
Yep.
saw it.
With the Duke.
Yep, right next to the Duke.
I will inform the mother.
That would be probably for the best. Did you know that
You
if
must
you
be
drink
mistaken.
apple cider vinegar, all the gross stuff at the bottom of the jar is called the mother? Do you think they're related?
Do I get the sense that when all she said was, oh, well, they wouldn't get counsel from small folk, that there's more that she knows that she's not
Insight
said?
check. This is what you're fishing for.
That is indeed what I'm fishing for. Oh!
Almost a good roll.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah,
Is it
bad-
also a
A
5?
bad bounce.
Yeah, it actually is also 5, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Might end up being slightly more.
13.
That's also what you got on your roll. Was a
13.
5.
It's difficult. She's wearing a helmet
3
and a hood,
fives.
and you can really just see eyes for the most part, and hear the voice kind of echoing in this helmet.
All right, well, that's everything that we wanted to tell you, so...
Yeah, so you just tell us where to go, what to do, how can we serve you, Warden, and we'll do it. By the way, do you know anyone named Morton?
No.
Yo, you'll ask the questions. Yep.
You have nothing to do with the attack on our city.
There was an attack on your city.
We told her.
It is incoming.
Oh, yeah.
You are not allied
No.
With giants.
with Svarog.
Annulin
with
literally has
Magnir.
a bow, yeah. Annulin literally has a bow that fights giants. She says it can talk to her. I don't think that it can, but she talks to it, and apparently it gets really excited when she fights giants and kills them.
I consider myself to be a very loving person, but giants killed my father and took my mother and burned my whole town down. And so I'm here to defend the forest and anyone else against them. No matter what.
Make a persuasion check.
At advantage.
At advantage, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That was
Just because I'm adorable.
Because I did talk about a bow.
Persuasion. I'm not very persuasive either. A 15.
15.
Wow, you had to roll a 13 to get a 15. I had to roll a 5.
Shitty bitch.
Her eyes narrow, and they kind of dart back and forth.
The Thorn Mother assures me that you all have the best intentions.
We do.
And I trust in our mother. You are free to go.
Thank you so much. But if you need me, totes just call for me, okay? And I'll come right back.
Is there anything that we can do to help?
You should not worry yourself with the fire giants. Our Thorn Mother has assured me that everything is under control.
Cool.
Well, I personally have just one question. If we're free to go, may
You
I?
are our honored guests.
Oh, thank
When's
you.
dinner?
Mirandris, don't worry, Canklebeard told us that was your name. Beautiful name, by the way.
His name's
Make a
Frank.
dexterity saving throw.
I was... you let me finish my...
Make a dexterity saving throw would finish what you're going to
I
say.
was going to say, well, don't worry. Canklebeard told us your name. Beautiful name, by the way. I was wondering if you're not busy later, if maybe you'd want to get a drink. And I try to use panache on her.
Ew.
Was what I was going to
What is
say.
panache?
Panache is, as an action, I make a persuasion check contested against the creature's insight check. On a success, a hostile creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against the target and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than me for 1 minute. But if it isn't hostile, it's charmed by me for 1 minute.
Oh.
But if she's hostile, then, so be it. But anyway, I was trying to really pour on the charm.
Okay, I would say that she had raised her arm, and you can see that there's probably some wiggling of the thorn manacles behind you as you're saying all of this. And she is going to roll an insight of a 23.
Oh, Jesus. All right, hold on.
You can beat that.
I can beat that. What'd I say, persuasion?
Persuasion.
That's a 24. Well, only if you're not doing anything. And I must say, I really am a sucker for a woman in uniform.
She kind of raises
You're
her
a
arm.
sucker too.
And all of the shaking of the thorn vines behind you stop. She lowers her arm.
I give her the most charming smile I can muster.
That smile right there. I'm pointing at Vander's on the overlay.
Exactly.
She kind of looks at you, and then turns, and the cloak kind of like whips.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm married to my job.
Oh, but please, Mirandris, it's been so long since I've had the company of a woman. We've been on the road. I'm looking to make friends, and maybe someone can show me around this wonderful city.
Oh, yeah, and also Mirandris and Vandris, they rhyme.
Oh my gosh, that's like the cutest couple.
Make a persuasion check at advantage because he's fucking Shard.
We could call them Verandris.
Oh, Verandris.
That's going to be a 28 for persuasion.
Okay.
Go to the chapel and we're gonna get mad.
As the cloak kind of continues to billow to the side, it kind of stops, and then the head kind of tilts away, and then it tilts back very slightly, and you can see the little bit of that kind of golden orange eye look at you. What did you have in mind?
Well, I've certainly never seen this city after the stars come out and the moon is full. Maybe just a lovely walk down your local thoroughfare or through the markets. Or maybe you could show me where the best place to get a drink would be. There's no need to be shy.
One more persuasion check.
This is going to be the one where I roll double ones.
I hope so.
Oh, no, I can't be stopped. That's going to be a 33.
I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm going to make it a 29. Okay. I usually have such disdain for high elves. If you survive the hunt, I can be free at 9:30.
Well, it's starting getting a little warm in here. Maybe it's just the tea that you didn't serve me. 9:30 sounds fine.
Wait, did you say if you survive the hunt or if we survive the hunt?
You survive the wild hunt.
If we do?
Could you tell us what the wild hunt is?
And she is not charmed by you.
Or me.
Or you.
No.
She turns to you.
Shut up, hag!
I'm talking to Vandris!
The Thorn Wild Hunt. Our mother has made sure that your welcoming will be met with all of the pomp and circumstance it deserves.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited! Yes!
If you should survive, I'll be free at 9:30.
Consider it done.
Do we get to do this hunt together or are we going to be alone?
You will learn of the details from the Thorn Mother herself.
Okay, cool.
I
when?
would not rob that privilege of her to
No, of course not. But when? When are we going to go meet her? Are we going to meet her now?
All
Are we
right,
gonna meet her
Warden,
later?
thank you.
Are you going to escort us there right now?
You are going to be escorted
By that treant guy?
to the Hall of the Summer Rose.
Or are we going to go, or is it going to be that bear?
ancient Cragglebark. And you can tell that she's like a little flustered now. And you can tell that like underneath the hood and like with the helmet, you would see that like if this were a Goofy campaign, there'd be like two like anime blush marks on her face. Like,
would she have a nosebleed?
On the
nosebleed? Would she have a nosebleed?
And there'd be like a nosebleed like dripping in between the little crack in the helmet. And
this isn't a Goofy campaign.
Well played. Well played.
And she walks past you, and you realize that there are the 4 guards still waiting, and she turns back one last time and says, "Good luck in the Thornwild hunt."
Thanks so much. Oh, she's talking to Vanders.
I must check on important matters. I am looking forward to tonight. She turns and walks deeper into the...
As am I, Warden.
Kyle.
Thank you so much.
I can breathe underwater.
It was a pleasure talking to you, and we don't need luck. And I do a very deep bow, and with some flourish, even though she's walking away.
And as she walks away, you can see that just for a moment, like it is a split second, the guards who are just completely perfectly still kind of like look at each other like, and they guard you, they escort you out, and as she's walking away hurriedly deeper in, she's almost swallowed by darkness, she raises her arm, and all of the thorns close the door to the chamber that you have just left.
Well, that went well.
What was that?
What do you mean, what was that?
Don't use your charm on the elves! What are you doing?
What do you mean? I was just talking to her.
That's so strange, because elves can't even be charmed.
I have a
She
date.
must not be an elf.
You
have a
actually.
date?
A date. Now I have a date. That's what I was doing, Ronak. I was just securing a date.
If he'd tried to put her to sleep, that would not have gone so well, but you just tried to date her.
Why would I try to put her to sleep? I want her to show me around the town. I want to see the nightlife of this place. It's going to be fantastic. She seems like a real lovely woman.
And what happens when you put your foot in it?
What?
You know, like you always do.
What do you mean? No, that's
When
not
your
going to happen.
magical charm wears off, and then she's forced to be stuck with actual you.
And they're shite in your pants.
Well, okay, one time. That happened one time. I told you that in confidence, and this keeps getting brought up all the time. The point is, we're just going to have a lovely time. It's been so long since I've met anybody new. We've been in a damn volcano for God's knows how many weeks.
So, after all that time, your first inclination, your first prospect of love was a bristly woman with a face that you haven't even seen.
No one said anything about love. Oh, Annual.
Do you just like
my
that you can't see her
sweet
face?
summer child love. Oh, no, hold on. Give me a minute. I look at Orpheus.
I forgot you.
So did she. That was my plan. I calmed down. I just said, I'm going to blend into the background and she won't notice me. And she didn't.
Like a chameleon.
Well, it's because you all make such fools of yourselves. I just sit in the background.
It's not a chameleon, it's called a clamion.
No, that's what Vanders is going to give the Warden.
A clammy.
Orpheus, please. We're in mixed company. Good lord.
So you truly have no ulterior
I mean,
motives? You just want to go on a date with
I thought
her?
it would be fun. I thought it would be an opportunity to see something new.
Well,
That's what this has all been about, right? We left Gullhaven, and I have done nothing but see new things and meet new people and try new things. This is just another thing.
it seems like kind of a dangerous time to be dipping your wick.
And a dangerous person.
That's right.
No one said he was going to do that.
Think about what we're going through and what we're doing. Do I really want to wake up tomorrow or go into battle and die without having one last night of partying and drinking and enjoying life?
I mean, it sounds like that's what's going to happen anyway. She said that she'd only go out with you if you survived.
The hunt is not going to be a problem. They don't know what we've hunted. The people that I've hunted. The monsters that we've taken down. Ha! I'm sure that any one of us could defeat the entire wild hunt alone. Let alone the four of us combined, no problem.
But that's why I asked.
You think I'm going to not be invited?
Oh,
We don't even know if we're doing it
Orpheus may not
together.
survive, but either way, the 4 of us will get it out.
She's right.
But what if the hunt is that we're hunting each other?
What if it's a metaphorical hunt?
So what are we gonna do? If we go in there and we find out we're hunting each other, who's killing who? Who's giving permission?
No, we are not killing each other. We're not
But
doing
if
that.
we have to,
We are
who's
not
gonna
going to
kill
have to
who?
do that.
I'm not killing.
No, we're not killing anyone.
I'm
We're not killing each other. That's
Okay,
not going to happen.
well, if
No, if I
He's
get
gonna
permission
kill
to
me, I
kill
want
from
Sylvie
anybody,
to
I'm going to
kill
do
me.
it.
Okay,
Or
so if
Orpheus.
we go in there, I'm killing Annulin.
I just don't want you to kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. Why would you
Anyone else
think?
basically.
Isn't
would be
this
okay.
a hunt? Isn't it just like we go chase a deer or a fox or something?
I'm not killing a deer.
And to be honest, I'm the professional. If you
dear?
want anyone killing you, it should be me.
I've never seen you fulfill your job once. We talked about this just
Oh
earlier.
my goodness gracious. Rhoda, a little
like
help
the
here. No
world's
one is going to be
worst
killing anyone.
bounty
Please.
hunter.
No, you know, that is a really good point, Fenris.
World's worst.
Angelin, between the two of us, who came closer to killing you?
With you?
Yes, exactly.
Couple times.
Who came
Me.
close to throwing you into a horrible portal to limbo that would have torn apart your body?
Yeah.
Made you slot food.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've been successful just as many times as Vandris has in his job, which is 0.
I'm going to kill everyone if we don't get on with this. All right?
Okay, Dad.
All right.
I mean,
What should we do?
we're honored guests now. We're cool by the Warden. You guys can't really do anything to us, right? Like we're honored guests of your Thorn Mother. I mean, that's kind of what I've been.
Excuse
gathering here.
me, gentlemen.
And the elves are just trying to they're trying to ignore you as you make your way winding through, and you hear kind of the strange.
Are they all wood elves?
Yes, they're all wood elves. Yep.
Are they sexy?
They are heavily armored, but they're probably pretty sexy. Yeah. I would say yeah.
Yeah, if I had to
They're
guess.
cut.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
cut. They're very fit. You can tell. It's very form-fitting ironbark armor. It's very light, and so it definitely contours to their bodies. They're definitely fit.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I have a license to be horny on main nose.
Are they all looking like Legolas?
Please do lead the way. You're taking us to the Wild Hunt now?
You're walking, and the one just kind of turns his head to you, and you're at the gate, and you see that all 4 of them raise their arms and channel that same kind of magic, and there's that strange bangle on their arms, and then all of the gates open up, and you see just the feet and the shins of Cragglebark as he kind of leans down to look as the relative light of Maka kind of floods, and it's almost blinding despite it being relatively dim, just because you've been in such a dark, dank prison effectively this entire time. And the elves almost kind of push you out, and in a moment the gates slam tight behind you.
Are there bangles made out of ironbark as well?
Yes, they are, and but they're a lot thornier, and you see see that it's basically kind of this intricate knotwork of thorns that are they're all spiking outwards, obviously.
Rodek, I believe Mirandus mentioned something about a room of a summer rose or something like that, so I believe the Thorn Mother is going to tell us what entails this hunt.
Yeah, I know. I got that idea too when the Warden said the Thorn Mother's going to tell you exactly what's going to happen in the Wild Hunt.
What?
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 What water hunt?
The Thorn Wild Hunt? What a spectacle. What an honor for outsiders, especially prisoners such as yourself.
Oh, yeah, we're not prisoners anymore.
Been clear.
Oh, an honored guest.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is right.
What's your favourite part of being an ent?
Being trained is all I know, child.
But what do you like about it?
What
What makes you feel special?
I like.
Do you have a girlfriend?
He does. He's not answering.
You say that, and he lets out this kind of grumbling laugh.
No, her protector.
Would you like to go on a date with Vanulin? Because she's real sad that Vandris has a date tonight, and she's super into you because she keeps asking questions. What, 7:30 is the time, she said?
9:30.
9:30 tonight. You want to meet Vanulin right around here for a quick night out on the town?
He looks at you, and he seems like very genuinely touched, and he says...
I am flattered, small one, but I have responsibility. I do not throw that away.
I understand, and you are quite the gentle tree.
Well, thank you, child.
Well played.
I like my jokes.
You are now going to receive the privilege of meeting our mother. She has been very eager of your coming.
So ready.
And it is
wow.
because she shares the enthusiasm of her people. Because she loves all of us. Follow me, small ones.
Okay, are you sure though about tonight? 10, maybe? What time do you get off work?
I am eternally vigilant.
That Anulin is not going to make a good match. He's eternally vigilant. And I hear that if you're vigilant for more than 4 hours, you should see a doctor.
If your vigilance does not subside after 4 hours.
Yikes. See a cleric. Call your local cleric.
And you see now at this point that the crowds that had been celebrating have been dispersed, and you're not sure, but the vault of the Watchers, this prison, this vault, the edge of the city, is definitely far away from where most wood elves would be congregating. But you get the sense that as you're leaving, that there's a couple of wood elves and even a child you see, they point out, and the mother kind of looks at the child and she looks a little bit nervous, and she kind of pulls the child away and keeps them on their way. And you begin to make your way through the city. You make your way through the city as ancient Cragglebark continues to stomp along and rambles on, and he points out very far ahead the massive oak tree that you had teleported to. And you kind of realize now that there are all these trees, and there's tons of buildings along the forest floor, but also built up into surrounding the trees, and large pathways and bridges going back and forth. And some people are walking along branches that kind of connect and make their own roadways in the city. And he points over to the middle, and he says,
"And that is where I captured you, prisoners. That is the Oak of Midsummer. That is the heart of the entire Thorn Wilds. It is said that it was this oak first, and all of its roots connect to every other tree in the Thorn Wilds.
I love that story.
In one symbiotic entity, nature, life itself. That is why I stand vigilant, and why I am busy at 9:30, 10 o'clock, child."
I understand.
That is what you said, right?
Yes, and I totally understand, and that's a very valiant mission, and thank you for protecting the wilds.
Yeah, and if your vigilance starts to hurt, just let Roderick know, because he can do heal stuff now.
I don't think you should touch
My
his
vigilance is never at risk, small one, but I am very forgetful. I mean, alert.
Me too!
Alert.
Oh my
Careful.
god.
I mean, alert.
I've never met anyone in my entire life I related to more than you.
What about you,
I
sisters?
assure
Nope.
you are a humanoid and I am a plant.
Yeah, no,
We are
toots.
not related by the definition of related.
You know, I totally get what you're saying.
Good.
What about 10:30?
I am eternally vigilant. Now I take you.
It's okay. He's not interested in me.
Well, I was asking for myself.
Oh, proceed.
I take you to the Hall of the Summer Rose. The greatest seat of power in all of Avantris. The seat of kindness and wisdom and benevolence and power. The seat of our Thorn Mother.
And you can see that he's looking up at this, what would be described as a palace, but it is the greatest palace grounds that you've seen, but all made of brilliant, glowing, phosphorescent plants and wood that are all creating a massive structure that at the very tops of every single peak and dome of this building built up into at least 7 trees. In between all of it are these massive shimmering golden rose petals that seem to be very much alive, forming the roof of this palace. And you see that there are great windows where giant owls are flying in and out, and where panthers are climbing around, and the
panthers.
and the animals
Forest
are
panthers.
yes, exactly. There are forest panthers. Like panthers aren't just like a jungle animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
forest panthers.
Yeah, that's a
That's
a
the
thing.
thing. Look it up.
It's a thing.
Look it up. Source?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, forest panthers, not to be
Fucking made it
confused.
It's not Bagheera.
We ancient. So his name is Ancient. Cragglebark. Ancient's like a title. Right?
Yes.
We give it- okay.
Yes, you get that. You get that sense, and you get the sense that you're kind of interacting with these individuals who are of higher station, and as you make your way, you realize you haven't made it that far away from the vault of the Watchers, and then suddenly the entire city booms with what sounds like a hunting horn. And people begin to start cheering, and they all look towards the direction of that sound. As you all look, and then the trees start to rustle, and suddenly, almost bursting around from a tree, you see a group of five wood elves that are all flying from tree to tree with their thorn whips, just flying around, and you hear people cheering, and they're like, "Oh, the Thorn Watch! They were successful in the hunt!" And you all are kind of pointing at the one in the lead, and you see that there is a female wood elf at the lead, and she is very lightly armored, with relatively short, shoulder-length blonde hair that is absolutely whipping in the wind as she flies from tree to tree with her thorn whips, and on her back, slung over her back, this incredibly elaborate bow. And you get the sense as you watch it, it almost shimmers blue, and she is moving so fast that it's difficult to tell, but you can almost tell that there's little arcs of electricity in between that are arcing all over her bow, and you can see that there are these elaborate the quiver of arrows on her back as she turns and almost descends in your direction. As these 5 elves the 4 elves that are with her begin to follow her, and you say, "Oh, it's the Sentinel! She's successful!" And you see that she's moving so fast, it's been difficult to see as she begins to actually approach you all. As slung around her around her waist and over her back, as well as the others, are these large satchels that seem to be out of woven leaves, and they're seeming to be dripping with this like disgusting purple fluid as they all begin to descend and shoot down towards you, and you see her look down at the group of you as she passes. And she looks at Cragglebark, and she says, "Hey, Cragglebark, I haven't seen you in ages." And she lands, and she then turns towards all of you, and says, "I know all of you.
You do?
You're the Genie Slayers."
That's us, of course.
She knows us.
Yeah, I don't really like that term though.
And she turns to you and says, "No, you saved our people in the mountain."
Yeah, so you should call us the people savers.
You can't defeat evil without a little killing. And she kind of slings over her shoulder this satchel made out of leaf. And Cragglebark looks down and smiles and says, "Successful hunt, Ephora." And she nods up and says, "Well, yeah, we got 7 of these grisk coming up from the holes in the forest. Like there's so many of them."
What's your name again? Is it Ephora?
I'm Sentinel Ephora, Cloud Dancer.
Do you want to see what I just drew in my book? Oh, hi.
What was that?
I'm Sylvie Flickerwicket. Do you want to see what I just drew in my book?
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I took this pencil and I drew it in my book. Look, it's a picture of me. This is me, Sylvie, and it says Sylvie and Ent, sitting in an Ent. And it's carved into a tree, but not an Ent tree. Don't worry.
Is it true that...
How do you spell her name?
What was that?
How do you spell her name?
Phora. And you see that... You see that as she is looking from all of you, that she's almost like too excited. And
how old does she look?
She looks to be it's kind of hard to tell with elves. Definitely older than Annulin, but like not as old as the Warden, perhaps. Like,
checkmate.
And she looks at all of you and says, "Is it?" And she looks. And says, "Wait, are you using that pencil right now?" And she goes into her pack and pulls out a scrap of parchment, scrap of paper, and she kind of hands it to you. "Will you sign your name for me?"
Well, first, will you tell me what do you think of this drawing?
I think I personally think it's lovely, Sylvie. I think you did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I didn't ask you though.
Oh, well, sorry. I really stuck my foot in my mouth on that one.
She steps forward and...
This is me right here.
For folks at home, it's just an amazing picture.
And if you hang out with us in Advance and
you might catch a
glimpse of
this warlock.
This one right here is me. You can tell by the Jameer proportionizing that I did. There.
Would you draw me one?
Sure. Will you tell me what you think of this one?
I think that's a very heroic drawing.
Oh, thank you so much. Give me that paper. I'll write my name on it right now.
And she like lights up as she hands it to you. And could you all do the same, please?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely, of course.
And as you're all doing
trying to trick us in anything, are you?
Why are we trying to trick the breakers of chains?
We've been tricked before.
Those fire giants have been kidnapping our people for so many years, and you stopped all of it.
Well, I'm happy to sign this. I'm sure, as you know, my name is Vandris Truestrike, the one and only.
Heroes!
It's spelled TROOSTRYKED.
She missed a few letters, but I was wondering what you might be doing later around 11:30, 10:30 if things are going poorly. Just let me know if you're free. I'll be hanging out around the promenade, trying to get some drinks, and maybe you could show me around the town.
Oh yeah, I would like to come too.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Ooh, like a group thing.
Of course, we'll make it a group thing.
And Cracklebeard, if you happen to be like vigilant and stuff, and you want to hang out or something, you can come too.
If you have friends, you can bring your friends.
Maybe a tree ant for the little one?
Yeah, just to make sure that we're safe and stuff in the city, you know.
Well, I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be celebrating beating you in the Thornwild Hunt. With the feast.
You're going to beat us?
Yeah, of course.
Nobody's told us what's happening with this hunt yet.
But I can tell you we're certainly not going to lose.
Oh, is there killing involved?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Killing what, exactly?
Well,
No, no, because the Thorn Mother's gonna be the one to tell us. That's what the Warden said.
That's true.
I know what she said.
But totally unrelated to that, Craggle.
Have you ever had a present that was given to you before, and then you had to pretend like you were surprised? It's really hard.
I won't take that from my mother. You want to see something cool, though? Have you ever seen a Grisk?
No.
I don't even know what a
Would any of us know what that is?
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no.
Tell me, show me, what is it?
And she drops this massive satchel down the neck, almost bigger than she is.
Damn.
And she slaps it down, and she opens it up a little bit, and what you can see is this brutalized corpse of a horrific creature that seems to be just brain, beak, and tentacle. And you can't really tell where one starts and where the other begins. And you can see that there are various arrow wounds, and it seems to have also its flesh been singed, arcing almost like electrical patterns in its flesh.
Sweet hell, that is one of the most fucked up things I have ever seen.
Where did you find this?
It's terrible.
In
It's
holes,
so
you said?
unnatural.
The ground's opening up, and
Holes to where? The ground.
I don't know. We've sealed every one of them up, so don't you worry. That's what we're here for.
Where are they coming from, though? They're just coming out of the earth?
I think it looks real cool. And this one time I found this decomposing frog creature and I wore it on me. I'm really feeling compelled to do that right now. So you might want to put that thing back in your sack.
No, this is going straight into the vault. All of these, and you see that the rest of her posse has landed, and they kind of seem excited to see you, and they're all kind of waving. And Cragglebeard kind of leans down, and as Ephora closes up the bag again, and it's still dripping with this kind of purplish blood of this creature.
It's dead, right? Like, definitely dead?
You think I don't know how to do my job?
I've never seen one of those things.
And we've never met you before.
And Cragglebeard leans down and
he says, "She is the sentinel of the Thornwatch, the High Ranger.
Oh, wow.
It is her responsibility to ensure ultimately that the wilds are protected from aberrations and all things unnatural."
You know so much about all this stuff.
I'm a ranger too, you know.
I am a ranger, and are you a ranger?
And
I'm a warlock. I'm a warlock, though. Hi, I'm a warlock.
who are you saying that to?
Anyone that will hear me.
Oh, warlock. Well, I do not pretend to know about such things. That is beyond my years and my scope of what I will even consider.
Oh, is that like a good or a bad thing?
He kind of looks a little spooked.
Unnatural, but I trust the judgment of our mother.
And you see as Ephora Cloud Dancer steps up and pats him on the her name is Sentinel Ephora EPHORA Cloud Dancer. Pats him on the leg and says, "Oh, it's all right. They're here. They saved our people. They however they do it, I don't care. And of course you're a ranger. You're gonna be leading the other party in the hunt.
I could be like you.
With a little bit more training, I'm gonna beat you.
Probably.
What,
But
Anya?
losers improve.
Probably. We're not going to lose. We don't lose.
She's like the coolest person I've ever met in my entire life.
And it will be even cooler when we win.
You take resentment to that.
We're going to
Who have you
survive.
met that's cooler
That's the
than
goal.
me?
The goal's to survive.
Rodak, who have you met that's cooler than
It's just
me?
like a game, right? It's not like a...
You're very cool.
Oh,
You're
yes.
putting those things in
You're
the
not
vault.
a person.
Even though they're dead.
What?
You're a Sylvie.
Okay, yep,
We
accepted.
can't let its unnatural taint corrupt the forest. They need to go inside.
right.
I don't like where this is going,
I'm
Rodak. I'm going to be
afraid-
honest with you.
You can't burn it.
I don't think we should be telling what to do for their jobs. I think we should probably not keep the Thorn Mother waiting for fear she will throw us out.
I do know that she's very eager to meet you.
And if we go in there and say, hey, we've been telling all of your wardens and your treants and your rangers what to do, it's not gonna look good on us.
We have to go. It was nice meeting you.
We'll
Oh.
see you later.
Oh yeah, we'll be hunting against each other for the Thornwild hunt.
And what happens if we beat you?
Well, then you'll win all the spoils.
A word of spoils. Never mind. That's for the Thorn Mother to tell us.
Now you understand.
Yep.
You trust in the wisdom of our Thorn Mother.
I do.
And she looks at all of. Did you all sign the paper that she passed around?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I spelled Sylvie wrong.
Thank you so much.
It says Slivy. Slivy.
Slivy, nice to meet you. Vandris.
What's
Annulin.
Rhoda, you can write it yourself.
Would you please?
You need me to do it? All right.
That's how an autograph works, Rodak.
Autograph?
Put it
Yes.
in.
Yes. You're so well known and renowned that someone wants your name on a piece of paper.
You're the volcano's doom!
It's their way of being like, look, I'm a Rodak.
The Volcano's Doom. The Genie Slayers. How amazing is that? That's why we do this.
Fine. No, it's not.
Yes, it
it's
is.
fine. Thank you. Good day.
Yes, it is.
Goodbye. It was really nice to meet you. We'll see you at 10:30, 11-ish.
We'll see you later. I give her a wink.
You do that?
Do I see him give her a wink?
I don't know. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, it wouldn't be hidden.
I'm going to try to wink, but I can't, so I just close both of my eyes.
I'm looking forward to the hunt, and hopefully you give us a run for our money. And she heaves it, and she turns towards Cragglebark and says, "We couldn't find the. Can you plug your ears, please?
Yep, sure.
We couldn't find the.
I'll gently put one hand over Sylvie's mouth.
And
What are you doing?
we couldn't find the fairy dragon this time. We'll get it next time. Maybe tonight." And you see that Cragglebark's face kind of falls a bit and says,
I am disappointed, but we will put it out of its misery soon and save the wilds.
and he turns as,
Make sure you get those things locked up. The Warden will not like that you put it on the ground as long as you have.
and she says, "Oh, yeah, you're right, sorry," and she slings it over her back. So bad. And she looks at you and says, "Thank you for signing this, and welcome to Maka." And she sticks her arm out, and a thorn whip shoots out, and the rest of her thorn watch all shoot off into the trees, all towards the vault. And you see that as they fly away, that the gates begin to open.
I don't understand. Why do they have to lock up the things if they're dead?
Well, my
Agreed.
guess is that things decompose, and there's probably stuff in their body that's going to decompose into the earth, and maybe cause more things or something.
It's like the cycle of life.
Yep.
I have to be honest, though. I am very, very concerned that she said they're coming up from the ground.
What, did you see the thing? It's terrible looking.
I mean, what
horribly
in
unnatural.
the nine hells was that?
Well,
Something out of the nine hells, maybe.
No, well, Frecklebeard said it was an aberration.
Oh, I missed that completely, but it sounds about right. I trust him. Yep, he's wise.
I know.
The thing's gonna give me
And
nightmares.
really handsome.
And did you hear what she said?
About what?
You were covering your ears, and
She told
I
us
tried.
to.
Yeah, she did, and I tried, but she's just so compelling.
Well, that's why when you cover your ears, you're supposed to scream unnaturally loud, so you can't accidentally hear what they're saying.
I'll remember that next time I don't want to hear something, but...
I don't like it.
Did you hear about the dragon? The fairy dragon?
What?
We get to kill a fairy dragon.
What?
We get to kill a fairy dragon.
Why
What
did you
do you
kill
mean
it?
we get to?
But why would you kill it?
They were looking for it.
So?
They killed those things. I'm just saying.
It's to put it out of its misery, apparently.
No. I don't want to kill a fairy dragon. I want to keep him. I want to ride him.
Rodek, when did they say anything about putting it out of its misery?
I'm gonna go on down to the Mako Road. I'm gonna find a fairy dragon you know. That's the best of it.
Still,
that was out of nowhere, but all right.
You never fail to impress me. Truly.
Wait.
Hey!
Okay.
Hey, big
right.
fella. Yes. If there's a fairy dragon, she mentioned that she didn't get it. Should we try? Are we gonna kill a fairy dragon? And he looks very sad and he says, "Well, unfortunately, one of the fairy dragons of the forest got corrupted, and
Like they
its
said?
breath has turned corrosive.
Lucky us.
No.
Entire thickets destroyed.
Could it be fixed?
Creatures,
Perhaps we could cleanse the corruption
brutalized.
instead.
Yeah.
And it's tragic.
That sounds tragic.
I do not know what has befallen it, but it must be killed. It is the way of nature.
I'm sorry, I'm as you can tell, I'm certainly not from around here, but are fairy dragons a common thing? I mean, what even is a fairy dragon?
I don't know, but it has fairy in its name, so I love it.
And he continues to stomp and guide you through the city. And he said,
Small, distant kin, dragon folk, and they are very small.
Really?
When they are young.
Oh.
And then they are completely harmless. Well, no, once they get older, they get very large. Especially the ones of the Thorn Wilds. They come through from the summer court. And
What?
along with the dryads.
Well.
You are the summer court.
No, but yeah. So you can get there from here?
Well, that is where our mother came from.
Wow. Okay, so have you ever... Hold on. Have you ever met Titania, Queen of the Summer Court? Yes or no?
I have not.
Okay, that's no. Has anyone here ever met Titania, Queen of the Summer Court? Yes or no?
I do not know of Titania, Queen of the
Okay.
Summer Court.
We are really gonna have to have a long conversation. Oh my gosh. So tonight, around 11:30, are you busy?
I will be at the Oak of Midsummer,
Great, I will be there at 11:30 with at least...
defending it.
Great, I will be there right around 11:30 with at least 4,000 questions about the Summer Court, okay?
I know only what our mother tells me.
Wonderful. Did you hear that?
I heard it, I just don't know what to make of it.
That's where I thought my powers came from. They don't. Irrelevant. But that's where I thought they came from, and that's where my best friend Titania is from. And oh my gosh, it's confirmed that's where the Thorn Mother's from. She's gonna love me. Oh, I know it. This is not a good outfit. I need a better outfit. Can we go somewhere to get pretty?
The Thorn Mother was explicit in bringing you directly to
Please.
the Hall of the Summer Rose.
What do I do? What do I do?
and pretty yourself up.
No, she'll see right through it. She'll know I look like Hag Sylvie just beneath Summer Sylvie.
Why would she know?
I don't know.
Just try it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use
Your hat.
oh, I have to wear my hat. I'm not wearing my hat.
Oh, you're not? Oh.
No.
Oh.
Because I have a flute and I have a necklace and I have something else.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna stay Hag Sylvie, but I hope she knows that in my heart, I'm from the Summer Court.
I believe it. I could put a little flower in your hair.
Okay.
So I'll use my druid cantrip
Druidcraft.
Druidcraft to make sort of like a pretty simple like flower crown go around her hair.
You can do that. It's a very small
It's just
flower
dainty.
crown. It's a dainty little thing. It's not super
Like
intricate.
little
I'm so
climbing
excited.
roses.
I'm so excited my whole limbs are a quiver.
Well, we should go. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Nobody say
No.
anything mean or rude at all, or I will end you. If you ruin my chance to meet Titania through her, I will end you.
Don't you think it's a wee bit suspicious that
What is?
that the Thorn Mother's never mentioned Titania?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's a little bit weird. He doesn't even know who she is. What? Like, literally anybody from the Summer Court, in the Summer Court, knows who Titania is. I'm a dumb old gnome from freaking Bog Possum, and I know who Titania is.
But she's your best friend.
Well, I mean, she doesn't know who I am. So, like, I'm not her best friend, but she's my best friend.
Oh, I see.
It's one of those situations.
I think once we arrive and we get to speak to the Thorn Mother, then maybe these questions will be answered.
Yeah.
She might even be able to answer some of your questions of the 4,000 that you've accumulated.
Yeah, but I really want to ask those to Grumblebark.
You can ask him too. Well, he's not going anywhere. He's
You
vigilant.
have 2 dates tonight.
No, I think just the one. The other, the Viria seemed a little, flaky.
Oh.
She's very focused on
Which
that
one
hunt.
are you the most excited about?
Oh, of course. I can't wait to see the Warden.
Can I come?
She's not gonna like
Well,
you anymore.
what do you mean she's not going to like me anymore? I mean,
don't know.
I don't know. He's really pretty though.
I think...
He's not that pretty.
You talk about him all the time in your sleep. I think you're lying.
Well, that's weird.
You
Little
never
awkward.
told me that before.
What?
You never told me I talk about him in my sleep.
You
Are we almost there?
You
Could
didn't
you
ask me.
could you pick up your pace just a wee
I
bit?
never thought to.
We're probably late, don't you think?
Oh, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Rhoda. We should probably get out of here.
Let's go then.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yes, we must make the Thorn Mother wait as long as possible. I mean, we must hurry.
I really think that you could be important to me.
Or not important at all.
Or not important at all. Did I do it right? Thanks, Anulin.
It's like you're
I
speaking his
believe
love
that's
language.
wise.
He guides you.
Wait, how old are you again?
700, please.
Or maybe 900.
7 to 900.
He's extremely old.
What's your favorite color?
Save your questions for 11 p.m.
30,
Write them down.
11:30.
11:30 p.m.
Why are you yelling at me?
No, I'm not yelling, just we're going to be late. I think we should hustle, don't you
You
think?
seem a bit anxious.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm fine.
You're acting like you're gonna meet Titania or something. Do you know something I don't know?
I
Are
don't
you
know
just
anything.
mad that everyone's fallen in love in Motka and not you?
There's no love.
Yet.
I just want all of this to be over, please.
Wait. Who are you falling in love with?
I can't tell you.
It's a bear, isn't
It's
it?
no one. I just enjoy looking.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Well, I guess we are in a town of elves that all of this kooky stuff would be happening. I don't know why.
Oh,
I agree
Orpheus,
to
who are
take
you
it.
falling in love with?
I have a cold, dead villain's heart, Cynthia. Love is not for me.
So, let's go.
That's ridiculous.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on, please. That's disgusting.
It's a little
Just the
awkward.
thought of it. It's just it's
very-
horrifying. I mean,
very-
Trini, please.
So you have thought of it.
No, not even once.
What, just, hypothetically, what would a purple tiefling look like if they were blushing?
It would be chartreuse.
Please don't say chartreuse.
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 Yes,
And-
you can continue. Let's go.
And you make your way through the city, and you see the massive palace rising up above you, and you make your way up the various pathways, and the excitement and energy that had been almost quenched at the very edge of the city is now radiating. People are throwing you strange berries and bits of bark that have adoring messages written on them, and they say thank you and we love you and you're the real heroes. And
I would actively be trying to shake people's hands and wave to them and give a kiss on the hand and really just soak it in.
Yeah, you do that, and now there isn't you're honored guests now that you have been prisoners and been detained. That no one is stopping that, and everyone seems to be just moving out of the way with each step of Cragglebark as he just makes his way, and everyone just seems to naturally know to move as you make your way to the massive palace gates, as they are wide open and filled with adoring fans, and these are not the heavily armored guards of the vault, and the ones that you had also potentially seen in your scrying on the throne room forever ago, as the gates are open to this massive courtyard, and you see that there's the actual structure of this palace behind you, but there seems to be that this massive courtyard is set for a party. Set for a massive feast. There's tables everywhere, and that there's all of these there's chairs, there's seating, and there's these great spreads of food and drink that all sort of almost glow with this phosphorescent magic and energy that the rest of the plants are glowing with. And you see at the center of this is a long walkway that connects to the main palace building, and you see that everyone is excitedly just pulling you in, and they're grabbing your arms, they're shaking your hands, they're thanking you, and it's right when you get into this inner courtyard that ancient Cragglebeard leans down and says,
"Well, now, this is where I leave you, friends."
All right, well, thank you for the guidance, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Thank you, Ancient Cragglebark.
I will be waiting at 10 o'clock.
Okay, 10's perfect.
Oh, no, I will be vigilantly watching.
Cool. See you then. It was 11, by the way.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Enjoy the hunt.
and he turns around
Oh, wow.
and stomps off.
That is one attractive tree.
And the ground, which you realize is all just tree that you're standing on.
Are we off the ground? Are we like
you're elevated? So you've been winding,
right.
and you're on this massive platform. That this a platform of intricate branches and vines that are all building this great platform that builds this massive palace that there's walls around it of interwoven roots that rise up, and they're covered in brilliant flowers of all sorts of radiating colors. But as you enter this courtyard, you see that it's radiating golden light from the massive rose petals above you. And you see that at the far end of this walkway with I'm smacking this microphone. This long walkway that's elevated. As people surround it, and it's all wood elves that are dressed in these beautiful clothes that seem to be not iron bark, but bits of flower and leaf and glowing plants. They look like they're ready to party, as they're enthusiastically welcoming you in, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you make your way into the gate, you hear the loud creaking of wood as these massive vines rise up and interweave and close behind you, and suddenly all of the glowing light above you goes out, and a darkness descends. And then suddenly a single, almost blinding golden light emerges at the gates of the central palace, and all of the crowd immediately stops focusing on you and turns towards the light.
I wish we'd gotten to change. I feel so underdressed.
At Anulin saying this, I'll kind of look around the room and concentrate real hard and force my manticore armor to change into something that is much more befitting of this party, and it's very fancy and elegant with golds and reds and autumns colors and summery colors.
You do that,
and then I just kind of give her a.
I look terrible.
Yep.
Rodek, you look terrible too.
and the crowd kind of. Quiet. Our mother. As the golden light suddenly darkens slightly, as a single feminine silhouette that's incredibly shapely and tall, must be at least 7 feet, with hair that rises up taller than that.
Oh, sweet
gods. As this silhouette is bathed in golden light, and all of the elves around you are not focused on you, despite being the most famous heroes that they had ever met moments before. And immediately they let out a thunderous cheer and pleas of adoration and love as this silhouette starts to move, and taking slow, deliberate steps, 1 foot in front of the other, and you hear the clack of very high-heeled shoes as they hit this walkway, as this figure begins to walk towards you, and as the lights all around in this courtyard begin to glow with all sorts of colors, the color of gold shines the strongest of all, and suddenly you see what can only be the Thorn Mother emerge fully, and you've seen Sylvie, this Eladrin, before, and the scrying did not do her any justice, as a summer Eladrin with pure gold skin, in an incredibly tight, clinging dress, and wearing sandal-like high-heeled shoes with wrappings that go all the way up her calves and thighs into the dress, with a low slit down the side, and you see that her eyes are even more brilliant gold than her skin. Her ears going skyward, longer than Vandras's, and a massive hairdo tied up, striking white. And her hair is woven into the shape of a perfectly taut rose. And around her head is a tiara of beautiful design. And it is all you can describe as a crown of golden thorns. As every several inches, there's a blooming flower that opens and then closes, each shining with gold. And her eyes almost flash as she steps out. And you realize now that as the lights are all flashing all around you and centering around her, she herself is radiating with the light and the warmth of summer. As she steps forward, and these wood elves are going absolutely crazy, and you see some of them crying as she gets close and looks at them as they are in the throes of worship. As the Thorn Mother steps into a circular platform at the end of this walkway, and suddenly the golden light shifts and floods your eyesight. And suddenly you are now in the spotlight, and all of the crowd around you disappears and almost fades into the darkness.
Scott.
All of...
Where's the music, Mike?
It's silent.
Oh, jeez. I'm uncomfortable.
All of the crowd has disappeared into darkness. And you see the incredibly beautiful, shapely form of the Thorn Mother standing, looking down at you, her rose pink dress clinging to her every curve, her long nails beautifully painted, and she greets you with two extended hands and a wide smile. Honored guests in my city, champions of the people. You should probably take care of that. Thank you.
Sorry.
Apologies.
For some reason, we can hear an echo from...
It's coming out of your headphones, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't hear that.
I could.
I'll edit that out.
Thank you.
I don't think it probably didn't pick up on the cameras or on the mics, if I had to guess.
It's a little difficult to roleplay hearing yourself over there.
Yep.
She looks at you and extends open hands. Honored guests of my city, champions of the people, I welcome you to my home. I welcome you with open arms. I am Viraya Blooming Crown. These are my children, and I am their Thorn Mother. We do not often grant passage to outsiders, but how can I argue against the welcome that you have received and the enthusiasm for your deeds? And so, what you see around you is all for you. Please, I must know all of you, heroes of Svarog, as they say.
Well, Thorn Mother, thank you for this gracious welcome. And I'm Annalyn Musgrove from Erlemel, on the outskirts.
She turns to you, and
And I'll do a little bow.
You do a little bow, and she turns to you, and she leans down far, and she extends her hand out, and then turns it over, and says, "You are one of mine, aren't you, little edgeling?"
Yes.
I'll awkwardly go to kiss her hand.
You do that, and it's incredibly awkward. And she sits there, and she doesn't make any move as soon as you kiss it.
Forgive me, I've never been in here, and I don't know what the proper protocol is for meeting the Thorn Mother. I'm so nervous.
Of course you are. An edgeling in the seat of society. The seat of nature. Out spending too much time with dwarves. You're now in the bosom of your mother. And she kind of leans forward, and you are nearly in the bosom of her.
I'll turn my cheek slightly.
Thank you.
And her eyes linger on you, and you see that they almost flash with gold as she takes a look at you, and then stands back up. Welcome home, Onion Musgrove. I am very fond of your brother, and he says such good things. Don't worry, I've civilized him. I can civilize you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And she kind of bites her lower lip a little bit, and she turns and looks at the rest of you.
Name's Roderick Stonehearth. Dwarf. I'll slug him down.
Yes, you are, aren't you? Welcome, Roderick Stonehearth, comma, dwarf.
I'm Vandris Truestrike, High Elf of Signa. Vandris Truestrike.
Are you nervous, Vandris Truestrike?
No, never. Never.
I don't think I've ever
You
seen
High Elves are not
nervous.
used to being surrounded by nature.
No, I can't say that I have been.
You use magic too.
Me? No, absolutely not. Not me.
So you do not use magic to exploit the planet.
I don't know anything about that. No, I can't use magic.
That's very cute, the way you do that.
Yeah.
That pleases me. And her eyes kind of linger on you a bit, and her eyes kind of dart back and forth, and you see the corner of her lip kind of curl up a little bit. And Orpheus steps forward. He says, Madam, might I just say that you are absolutely stunning. And I have been in the highest of societies. I have been at the most swanky of the soirees amongst the richest of evangelists, and I have to say they all pale in comparison to this. And to think that this is all plants. Very well done, I'm impressed. Orpheus Rhadamanthus, former archaeologist and supervillain, if that strikes your fancy. And he takes a step back and does a very elaborate bow, and his tail kind of flicks around the tail of his coat, and in order to give it a dramatic flourish. And he kind of looks up and looks between all of you and says, and she stares down at him and says, "Oh, I like you. I thought you might. I am at your service, madam." And she kind of leans back a bit and says, "Welcome, Orpheus, former supervillain. So exotic. What a strange profession. Interesting." And she turns to you, Sylvie.
Hi, I'm Sylvie Flicklewicket. I grew up in a swamp. I'm now the daughter of a hag. Hi. I really like the summer court. By the way, do you know Titania? I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Look at me curtsy. Oh, and you're really pretty, by the way.
She looks at you.
I have a caterpillar in my mouth. Sorry.
And it narrows her eyes.
But it's okay. See, it's not dead.
Quizzically, and she kind of leans forward, and you see that her the jewelry around her neck kind of hangs forward as she peers, and you notice that as she moves, and she might have more exaggerated movements, but her hair, not a single hair ever moves out of place, as is just built into this beautiful shape of a rose that doesn't seem possible. And she smiles warmly at you. You know of Titania,
Yeah.
Queen of the Summer Court.
Yeah.
I am impressed, gnome from the swamp.
Thank you. I have fey magic.
What do you know of Titania, my dear?
Well, really nothing. Always wanted to meet her when I was more littlerist because I have fey magic and I thought she gave it to me. Joke's on me. She didn't. But I'm a moon child or something.
Moonchild.
What?
You must meet the Archdruid, although I have heard that you already have. He speaks quite highly of you.
Yeah, I would really like to, because Anderlin's brother is also here, you know.
Oh, I know Romney.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, their mom's not dead.
Oh,
Pretty
that's
cool.
very exciting. I'm sure he'll be very thrilled.
Well, yeah, because now he won't have to answer any more of her stupid birds.
I'm sure
Yep.
that my dear Ronmir will be quite pleased. I'll tell him as soon as I can.
I love that for you.
I love that for all of us.
You're really pretty.
Tell me what you know of Titania, child.
Oh, nothing. Like I said, I thought she gave me my power, but I was tricked, and she didn't. But that's okay. I don't blame her or anything.
That does sound like her, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know anything about her. But I heard she's really pretty. And, I mean, if you're from the Summer Court, then she has to be, because you're beautiful.
Well, thank you. And this beauty that I have, undoubtedly true,
Yeah.
is nothing compared to the beauty of the natural world.
I know, that's why I have a caterpillar in my mouth. It's not dead.
And that is why I came through the veil, from the Feywild, to these woods. I saw the abuse of the planet from all manner of terrible humanoid creatures.
Yep.
You all have seen it.
Oh, for sure.
You've seen what the brutes of Svarag have done.
Yep.
You see what they are trying to do to my forest.
Yeah, they're gonna burn it to the ground.
What they have done to my planet. How dare they? But don't worry. We here at Marka fight for the planet.
Good.
That is what I exist for. And so I ask, in exchange for my hospitality, that you will do the same for me and pledge your loyalty to the planet.
Well, I do have one question I have to ask.
Please?
This caterpillar, my name is Carlisle. I mean, my mouth is named Carlisle. The one before him was named Carl. I tripped and bit him in half. So, so if I were to trip and bite Carlisle in half, would I be going against the pledge that I made, or is that just considered like par for the course, you know? Because sometimes stuff happens. But like, as long as it's not intentional, you know?
What was your name again, child?
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Yep.
Sometimes stuff happens in nature.
Yep.
As long as you pledge yourself to the planet and you listen to the words of your mother,
So,
you'll be forgiven.
One more stipulation, if that's okay. I have to ask my patron if that's all right, because I think my soul belongs to her, but I'm not quite sure, and so I have to get her permission to make any kind of pledges to anybody else who's powerful. You know? I'm a warlock, by the way. Of the archfey variety. I don't know if that means anything to you.
It does.
It doesn't really mean anything
Which
to me.
archfey? I might know them.
Oh, Baba Yaga. But, you know, she gave me a skin book. Do you see it? It's pretty cool, right? Oh, hey, hold on. Let me show you. I drew this. This is...
I'm gonna lean over to Rhoda while it's happening and say, I don't know what to do with my hands
This
right
is
now.
me right here, and I've got a pencil, and it says Sylvie and Ent sitting in an Ent. What do you think? Do you think it captures my, like, Fey essence?
I think that we are going to have a very exciting Thornwild hunt.
When does that start?
Oh yeah, can
exactly?
you tell us more about that?
Right now.
Oh god.
And suddenly the lights return. And all of the crowd is immediately roaring in cheer and adoration. As the Thorn Mother leans down and occasionally grabs the hand or the arm of an adoring wood elf, and they are grasping it and like, thank you, my mother, for the planet, and they are just gyrating in worship. And yes, my children, another Thornwild hunt. But the first Thornwild hunt with outsiders. At your request, of course. What I do for my children, of course. And as you know, our brave sentinel, Ephora, Cloud Dancer, has returned from her recent hunt, empty-handed of the dreaded beast of the woods. That fairy dragon. It's forgotten where it came from. It forgot its purpose. To serve nature, to serve the wilds, not to destroy it. But this is where our friends come in. My new children. New servants of the planet. They are going to have a competition, a friendly competition, with Sentinel Cloud Dancer and her band of Thornwatch. 5 hunters against 5 hunters. They have until sundown, as you know the rules. Find this corrupted fairy dragon. Put it out of its misery. Put an end to its reign of corrosive terror. Poor creatures and plants of the Thornwilds. Save them. And as you all know, the victor, by sundown, receive a place of honor besides me at the great feast this evening. And the spoils to the victor go. And immediately the crowd erupts into cheers. And suddenly the crowd parts, and you hear the as the gate opens up, and suddenly mushrooms pop out from the ground and flash and guide your way out of this courtyard. As you see that there are a number of wood elves that seem to be part of the Thornwatch that have bangles for you that seem to be of similar make to the ones that the Thornwatch had, and the Thorn Mother extends her hand as the lights are flashing all around, and she says, "I wish you the best of luck. I will give you a 1-hour head start of our expert sentinel and her hunters and rangers. I hope you will not squander it, my new children. I am so happy to have welcomed you into my bosom, into my home, and into my mission. I wish you good luck, and I hope you survive." And immediately the crowd erupts again in cheers, and you are almost ushered out. And suddenly, behind you, the gate closes. And with that, you hear the roar of a party going on behind you. Celebration and cheering, music. As 4 or 5 wood elves appear, and they bring you these strange, thorny bangles. And Orpheus kind of extends his arm, and they put it on. And he looks at them and is like, what do I do? Do I press anything? And they place their hand on the bangle. And it's like, ugh, as thorns shoot out into his arm.
Oh, you're all right.
I should have known that was coming. Ugh.
What is it? What did it do?
Let's see if it works. And with a flash of green, a thorn whip shoots up into the sky and attaches to a branch, and he lifts himself up. Oh my goodness! Oh, hey, it works! It hurts, but it works!
I'm not using one of those. Do we have to use these? I'll turn to one of the elves.
As Orpheus hangs, the elf says, you do not have to, but it will be difficult to navigate the thorn wilds without it.
It'll probably give us some sort of an advantage. I mean,
vroom,
we'll be able to move faster. Especially you, no offense.
I don't like it.
I don't really like it either.
This is a great honor to be given the powers of Thorn.
I'll do it.
They place it on, and hand glows. You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Spider Self, do whatever Spider Self do. You said 6?
You can always take it off when we're done.
Do these come off?
They do.
That would have been good to know before I had to stick it in my body.
This is not for outsiders to keep those powers indefinitely.
It'll be alright.
I'm in if you're in.
Let's get this over with.
Ouch.
All
They
three of us.
place it on you, and then one actually brings you one that seems to be gilded with golden roses on it.
Ooh.
And they place it on and say, you are leading this hunt as the head ranger of your expedition.
She's not head of anything.
That's a lot of pressure.
She is now.
This is what you do.
One of us.
I've never actually
Good
led a
luck.
hunt before.
So you each take, we'll just say, for 7 points of piercing damage.
I only took 6. Ha ha ha.
What did I take? 7? So.
You all take 7 points of piercing
I
damage.
guess you should have accepted their dark gift first.
And this is kind of, once you get the hang of it, it's kind of cool. And then you see Orpheus shoot off to another tree and pull us up. Well, kind of like, I feel like I know how to, it's like magic. Isn't that amazing how magic works? As soon as you get the magical artifact, you know how to use it.
How did you do that? Did you think about it?
You just shoot out and you think about, I love nature for the planet.
All right.
And
I love nature! And the vine like goes and like dribbles out, like kind of like falls like limp right above my. Oh, damn it! It didn't work, Orpheus.
You didn't mean it. You
I
have to
meant
mean
it. Did you hear how much I meant it?
I didn't leave that at all.
Ah.
you then hear a as the sound of a hunting horn reverberates all around you, and you hear the booming, magically amplified voice. You have until sundown. Fare you well, hunters.
All right.
You ready? The Thorn Mother, she's our hero. Take pollution down to 0. That's all I got.
Does it work?
Yes, it does. It does.
Thank
And
you, DM.
It flies out.
Did it work?
And it,
Why, yes, it did.
shoots a thorn whip shoots out of your out of this bangle and connects to a nearby branch, and you are able to fly through the air using this.
I don't like this at all.
Let's get out of town and we can regroup and talk about what we need to do. Quickly.
Whee!
Let's go.
Come on, Rordick, you can do it.
All right,
I believe in
will
you.
lead the way.
I mean, I can actually fly, but this is way more fun.
So we'll
Prefer
Lead the
flying.
way.
And I want to, I guess, shoot off.
And you
follow
shoot
Annual
off, and you fly through Maka, and as you make your way above the walls of this palace courtyard, you see the Thorn Mother has now entered the throng of the party, and she stands with her hair a good 2 or 3 feet above everyone else, as she is making conversation, and they are absolutely just. You can see that there are lines waiting to try to talk to her as you actually see as you fly away that before Cloud Dancer with her crackling electric bow starts to begin to suit up and get ready around the side of the palace, seemingly waiting for the hour lead that you all have. And you make your way through the city, and it doesn't take you too long with this mode of travel. It takes a little bit to figure out, but you're able to actually figure out the cadence. Even you, Rodek. It's a little bit awkward for you. It's probably not meant to kind of swing a dwarf the way that it should. So you definitely like you smack into a few tree trunks.
Way too much momentum.
Yeah, way too much momentum. You smash into it. But you eventually make your way through a gap in this massive dome of thorns out of the city and into the wilds, and you see just massive oak trees, similar to that oak of Midsummer, but a lot smaller, but still absolutely massive, with just dozens of branches arcing up, creating a canopy that almost feels like you're indoors as you make your way through the thorn wilds, and you seem to be out into pure nature.
All right, Annual, where are we going?
I've never led a hunt before, but I'm pretty good at tracking things. I've never seen a fairy dragon before, though. I guess we should just start where we are and see if we can find it.
I mean, you certainly must be able to come up with some kind of lead or direction or something.
Just give me a minute.
It's all right.
Let me focus.
So I will take a minute and focus my primeval awareness, which allows me to sense whether certain creatures are present within 1 mile or up to 6 miles, since I'm in my favored terrain, which is, so I can look for aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It doesn't reveal the location or the number, but it tells me if it's in that radius.
Roger that.
Let's start.
So, you channel your magic and you land on a large oak branch, and the rest of you and Orpheus kind of is just hanging from the side, like trying to look really cool as he looks at you, and as he watches you channel, and says, "I don't know, guys. I think the Thorn Mother liked me the best."
Really? Because I think she liked me the best.
I think she did until...
I mean, I was spilling the spaghetti all over myself.
Yeah, I mean, mentioning Granny was probably not the best move.
Well, how come?
I mean,
And don't call her Granny. I don't think she'd like that.
I'm just saying, mentioning, she seemed to know the name.
Well, she asked me who my patron was.
It probably wasn't a great idea.
How come?
If she has a connection to the Feywild, she probably knows more about your patron than you do.
Yeah, I'm sure, but... I mean, I'm not worried about her, and stuff.
When I said use your best judgment...
I did!
Is that your best? It's the best you have? Sylvie?
Have you met me?
Stop bickering. We've got to focus.
I'm not bickering. We're talking.
Sounds like bickering to me, and I'm trying to concentrate.
Well, then stop talking and focus.
Dang it!
And you focus. And you channel your primeval awareness, feeling at home despite being an edgeling and living on the edge of the forest. You do feel at home here, being a wood elf of the Thorn Wilds.
How do you
And
feel about the word
So edgy.
it is a term of derision. As you feel the energy and you feel the plants and the beasts, and that is absolutely prominent. And you are now far enough away where you're barely registering the humanoids outside of the 5 of you. And you feel blip of fae here and there, but you do feel the presence of a dragonkin within that radius.
I sense it. I sense a dragon.
Oh no.
No, that's good.
Oh, why?
Because we're looking for a dragon.
So that means
No,
it's
we're
close?
looking for a fairy dragon.
I think it's the same time.
Really?
I mean, a dragon's a fairy dragon, right?
I don't know.
Perhaps it's more dragon than fairy.
How do you know?
I don't.
What if
At
it's
all.
what if it's a more differentist dragon?
Well,
Well, I mean,
What if it's Guru? What if he's bad?
no, that wouldn't. Here? No.
Following us.
That would be unlikely.
Dead and filled with bugs.
I only felt one dragon, right?
It doesn't tell you the number.
Doesn't tell you the number. You feel the presence of dragon.
Why are you asking Orpheus that question?
Yeah, I was actually wondering, Anulin, why are you looking at me?
I'm just saying in character,
Well, I mean, to be
guys.
fair, Anulin, I mean, it's like kind of like how I got some fiendish taint on me, but I'm still a humanoid.
Would I know if fairy dragons are dragon or fae?
I would say you need to roll for that. You know that they are from the Feywild and they have a Fey essence.
What do you want me to roll?
I'm saying you don't even need to roll for that. So no, I would say that you would know that as Sylvie, is that they are still a dragon kin of some kind, but it's similar to how like a tiefling is a humanoid and yeah.
Oh, my head just opened up inside and spilled knowledge into my mouth. They are dragons.
That's what I figured.
Okay, problem solved.
But that's good news.
All right, that means we're close.
So how do we cure it so we don't have to kill it?
I don't think that's an option, but the
We
very
gotta
first
find
thing
it
we have to
first.
do is find it at the very least.
Yay.
So if we know that we're close and we don't really know the direction or whereabouts, surely there must be some clues or something you can look for, right? I mean, to kind of get us
close.
going in the right way, direction.
That means that we have a radius. We can fan out, gang.
Exactly. Well, what kind of tracks would a dragon make? Would I know that? Would I know what to look for?
I would say that just recalling what had been mentioned, that it had a corrosive aspect that had been destroying thickets and killing animals.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that just from what you had learned from your encounters in Maka.
So we need to be looking for damaged plant life. I imagine it probably gets quite large, as it's a dragon. So just be on the lookout for that, and maybe we can recruit some help from the forest animals.
It's a pretty good idea, actually.
Do we split up or do we just stick together? 6 miles is... There's a 6 mile radius too. It's...
Well, maybe we can just stick together, and if we see tracks, then we can follow it. If not, then we fan out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just an archaeologist and a supervillain. She thought that was pretty cool.
She did.
I wonder if that has anything. Probably not.
What do you mean?
She seemed intrigued by me. I mean, who isn't, honestly? I think, Anulin,
Yes.
I think I'm ready to answer your question.
What did
Or
I
was it your question, Sylvia? I don't even remember. Who am I
Well,
falling in
whether-
love with?
Whether your penis
Definitely
looked like
not
it was
Vandrus.
choking.
It was probably
Not
Anulin.
that question.
I think I'm falling in
please.
love with Virea Blooming Crown.
Oh,
I got
the
her name
mother.
Vorea?
Thorn Mommy is more like it.
How do you spell that, Orpheus? If you were to ask
Well, I'm an archaeologist. I think V-I-R E-A-Y. E-E-Y-A.
So I don't
I have dyslexia
understand.
tonight.
I don't understand why you're so
was
ready
way
to
off.
answer Anulin's question. But I asked you if your penis looked like it was choking because it was purple at least.
I feel like
months ago.
I answer that every day, Sylvie. That is my penis. How many times do I have to say, that is just my penis? Penis, penis, penis. And it echoes through the forest. You hear a and you like sense something stalking you through the forest.
All right. So, do we want to start looking around?
I think if it were up to me, I
mean,
would
if
say that
Orpheus stopped talking about his penis.
we should spread out just a bit, not without don't get away from eyesight of each other. We should stay within vision of each other, but we'll spread out a little bit and move together in a line and look for some sort of tracks or something. Anything that seems out of the ordinary or seems corrupted or something, and then we can converge on that spot and move forward. I mean, what do you think?
I think that you're doing a better job leading than I am.
No, it's not leading. It's just how we would find people in the Kench, or you want to spread out a little bit, but not too far. We don't want to get lost. Is all I'm saying. And then, if we find anything out of the ordinary, we'll bring it to your attention. You would know best.
That's right. Let's start looking.
You're the lead ranger here. We're just a bunch of schmucks with thorn biz.
He's not leading, he's giving advice, so...
Just
and
an
I'm
idea.
taking it.
Good.
Everybody spread out and look for corrosion and big dragony tracks.
There we go. Oh, I'd follow that order.
Aye.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot more assertive than Vandris is normally.
We'll shut up and do it.
Oh, okay, I like it. There, okay, I'm gonna do it twice as fast now.
Yeah.
And just remember to keep an eye on each other, that's all. All right?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Survival check at advantage, Annual.
Ooh, 15.
15. What?
An advantage?
My survival's not...
No, you should be proficient. Add your proficiency. You 100% are proficient. Something happened to your D&D Beyond.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it says +5. Isn't that my proficiency?
That's...
Well, it'd be plus your wisdom as well.
Wait, so what are you doing?
+5 is the...
Survival plus...
Yeah, she's saying it shows
Yeah,
here
plus
she's not
5.
proficient.
Yeah.
I'm not proficient in it. I'm proficient in animal handling, nature, perception, and stealth.
Roger that. So you make your way through... You make your way through the Thorn Wilds, and you sense that there are creatures lurking around every branch, and you feel like as you the more and more that you spread out far away from each other, even when you're able to see your friends, that you feel that there are more and more eyes watching you as predators lurk in the fading daylight. And it takes you a while, and you hear the booming horn of what has to be from Maka, and it has to be that an hour has passed, and that the other group of the Thorn Watch is heading out on the hunt as well. And you feel like it's going to take forever, and then you actually are able to find one side of a tree that has been completely eaten away by some sort of corrosive liquid, and you actually find that there's still a little bit dripping as it's sort of sizzling from the bark, and you see that the tree is starting to tip in one direction, it's almost entirely cored out by some sort of acidic goo.
And I find that, or
you find that.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Come back this way. I found something.
Aye. Also, check your character sheet again. Look at survival. There you go. You didn't have a background set, so I just...
It doesn't say anything. Oh, maybe
I think you have to
refresh.
Yeah, you probably gotta refresh.
Oh, sorry.
You just didn't have a background?
Yeah, just... Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, whoops. Oh, this is
Just
my
missing
one.
free stats.
Okay, then it would have been 2 and... No. 20. It would have been 20.
Just like
You all arrive. You all arrive at the tree. What do you tell the group?
What do you tell us, Annulin?
Look here. The tree's been just damaged by. It's like the corrosion, like they were saying.
Corrosions?
Corrosions.
The crows, I knew they were
No, not
bad.
the crow. The corrosion.
So how far from here do you think we need to go to continue? I mean, is there another point we move forward from here? What's next?
We look for more corrosion.
And look on the ground. Everybody, help me now.
And so we'll look for tracks.
Should I fly up
From
above
that
the
area.
treetops to see if it looks like any of the weeds and the bushes are disturbed? Yes. Okay, bye.
I can fly on my broom.
Okay, make a
To
survival
see.
check at advantage again. With the added bonus.
Not me, though.
27.
No.
Damn.
27. You're assisting.
Go.
Oh,
And so, Sylvie, you fly up and you're able to see that you can't find any corrosion. You can see that it goes a little bit further up, but then there's nothing in towards the canopy.
And then you're able to shout that down and be able to focus.
I was looking for like areas where it looked like a wounded animal might have like stomped through underbrush. It's like patted down with arms. What I was looking for.
Oh, so you're flying up into the
I
trees.
just wanted to fly up to look if there was any area where it looked like there had been some kind of disturbance.
Got it. And so you see that besides the strange kind of the strange nature of the thorn wilds, where there might have been a lurking panther or a giant owl or some other sort of or some jaguar or jaguar, it doesn't seem to be disturbed, especially any kind of wounded creature. And you're able to call that down and help kind of guide the group towards looking for tracks on the ground, and you actually find the bits and pieces of splintered bark, and then smaller plants and trees that have been completely disintegrated by a horrible corrosive substance. And then you see up at the ground a smear of blood, and in a half-dissolved corpse of what looks like an elk. And then several wolves that have suffered the same fate. And you're able to follow that until you actually pick up a trail. And it doesn't take you that much longer until you see far off in the distance a large shape on the ground that seems to be in a bit of a clearing at the forest floor. And it's large, and there seems to be multiple colors on it. Definitely seems scaly, but predominantly this brilliant purple color. As you see that there's seems to be a family of bears here. The father, the largest, half of its body is just completely dissolved to the bone, and you see the little cub that has been just torn apart, and you see that this massive draconic-looking creature is over another body.
Oh shit!
And you see it probably a good 50 yards ahead.
We only needed an hour. We've got this.
I can't believe all this.
Now we gotta figure out how to make it not corrosive so it can come back with us.
No, we're going to avenge those bears and kill it. Right?
Well, I probably just tripped and jumped on it accidentally.
I don't think that's what happened, because there's a lot of chomped and dissolved bodies that we found along the way.
We might trip a lot because he's sick.
We also can't waste time trying to fix it if we can't, if they're gonna come here and kill it anyway.
And there may be other bears alive. If you try to save them, if there are any left.
Let's just see.
Are all the bears definitely dead?
The three that are ahead are definitely dead.
Alright.
And you just see this purple, like, scaly shape that seems to be over one of them, and it hasn't faced you yet.
Well, this is what we were looking for, at least I think. So, I don't know, if we could save it, that's what I would prefer to do. If we could cure it before they got here somehow. We should try, but if not, I think that they're right, and we have to put it out of its misery and protect everything else in the forest.
Until he's within an inch of his life, and then we could try to save him. And if we can't save him, if we happen to see the other group, we just kill him real quick.
Could we just talk to him?
We could try.
Does that work, Anulin?
Guru could talk.
Are you willing to try?
Does dragon speak draconic? What was a dragon? Is a dragon a creature or a...
You know that Guru was a dragon speaking to you in common, but you know that every dragon, and this is a dragon kin, it's a relative of the dragon, it's not the same. So I would say that you're not sure at this point.
I guess we could try, but I mean it might very well, judging by what it did everything else, it might just turn around and dissolve us.
As long as we're ready to fight back. You can give it a chance and try to talk to it and see what it says. And if it can't be reasoned with, well then we'll have to do what we can do.
Yep. I'll risk being dissolved.
Alright. Let's maybe we should get up high so we're not on the same level with it.
Sure, we have the tactical advantage from being up high.
Because its wings are probably not going to allow it to fly.
And I'll fly up into the air.
Oh, I'm terrible at this.
I think we should. We're gonna be staying in the brush.
Maybe you're right.
We should stay in the brush and not go up in the trees. We don't have any cover.
What did you say, Orpheus?
We don't have any cover.
Let's just spread out and hide in the brush, and I'm gonna try to talk to it.
Okay.
And if it dissolves me, it's been lovely knowing all of you.
It won't
I
dissolve
miss you.
I'll miss you.
What I'm gonna do before she takes off is I'm going to say, Angelin, come here for a second.
Yeah?
Listen, I know that you've been nervous, but you've been doing really, really well with this, all right? You've been leading us well.
You mean it?
Yes, do you believe that?
I feel better having my friends with me, but I'm getting the hang of it, I guess.
Well, I promise you that I wouldn't follow you if I didn't believe in you, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to reach out my hand. I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder as I talk to her and cast Enhance Ability. And I'm going to give her Cat's Grace, which she will have advantage on dexterity checks, and you won't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if you aren't incapacitated. As you approach this thing, just be careful, and I'm going to flank it from its right, and I won't be far away. I'll be hidden in the brush, and we'll do the same, and we'll all take tactical positions, and you won't be alone. And that way, if anything goes south, we'll have some sort of a advantage of surprise, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And then I'm going to slink into the brush and try to stealthily take a wide approach to watch her and watch the whole thing unfold.
Okay.
All right. Don't fail me now. Dragon?
And I'll voice out in common to the dragon.
In common? And what are the rest of you doing? Orpheus immediately just kind of slinks off, and he follows.
I'm still flying on my broom,
Okay.
but I'm like in the treetop, so I'd say like I'm in one of the trees' foliage.
You do that.
Yeah, I would just stealth.
I'm in a bush. Or I'm like behind a tree, kind of like in some brush.
You do that. And so I need everyone to make a stealth check, except for Anulin, as she calls out.
Good thing they're automatically 10s.
Are you sure it's stealth and not performance?
So
I would say in this
for me, I got
situation,
2
probably
25s.
Intimidation, persuasion, arcana. I got an 8.
14.
25.
Anulin? Oh, yes, no, you're shouting out. Okay,
Yeah.
Orpheus got his roll. Okay.
I'm shouting.
So as you step forward and you're in a bush, you call out, and immediately this creature lets out this horrible guttural pained roar, and it lifts its head up, and what you see is a draconic type of creature, but where you remember those leathery, almost bat-like wings that Garou had, which one of which you snapped off, are these large butterfly-like wings, and it is a large creature, not close to the size of Garou, but and it's this brilliant purple color scale with brilliant teals and yellows in its wings. However, as it turns its neck and head up, you see that there's just this horrible, putrid, almost like pus-colored growth all up its neck and up its head, and you see where its eyes are just these pure white orbs as this corrosive saliva pours down its mouth, and it makes no recognition to the comment you call out as it turns and spews acidic breath in your direction. I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, is it?
That paid dividends.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow.
That paid
This
dividends.
is my first rodeo, baby.
It's a natural 20, so I get a 30.
30. Yeah, no, you are able to, I'll just say you are able to dodge out of the way as the acidic breath spews out of its throat, and you see that there are these pockets where it's bulging out and covered in that same kind of growth up and down its neck, and especially over its head, where its eyes are this pure white as as it spews it out and it completely just dissolves a row of bushes and undergrowth beside you as it turns and it starts to and you see the what you presume is the mother bear. It's half dissolved, half eaten, as it turns to you and starts stomping in your directions, and you see that its wings are kind of bent and broken as it almost crawls like a brutal, monstrous lizard towards you. What do you do?
I don't think it understood me. I don't know. Dragon, do you understand me?
And I'll say that in Sylvan.
I do.
You say that in Sylvan. I need you to make an animal handling check, please.
26.
26. Okay. As soon as you say that in Sylvan, it stops and it looks around. You see its white eyes. You can't tell where it's looking. There's these white orbs, and it's just starting to spew this horrible, almost pus-like corrosive spittle out everywhere, and it seems to have stopped. And it just kind of seems very confused and trying to destroy everything.
Okay.
So continuing in Sylvan.
Dragon, you're ill, and we can maybe help you if you can help us, but you have to calm yourself. Sylvie, can you help it?
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't know. Can you calm it down?
No.
You can't?
I could maybe put it to sleep.
I thought somebody here could do calm emotions.
No, I think that's our other campaign where we have a very effective cleric.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
I mean, I do know of a weird cat that can do something like that.
Oh,
but that's something weird cats do.
Man. So say asking it to calm down, is it still
Make an animal handling check, please.
22.
22. As it stops and it's still stomping slowly in your direction, but then it slows down and it lets out this, and you can see its eyes are bulging that pure white as the spittle's running down its neck, covering the fleshy growth. As
Does it look like a disease?
Make a nature check or a medicine check.
That's better than it could have been, I guess. Medicine, you said? Not nature?
I could say medicine or nature.
Great. If it's nature, that's a 14.
A 14. I would say that it looks like it could be some kind of corruption. It could be a disease. You're not sure. Something is very much growing out of it or on top of it, all over its neck and its head. That seems to be, and you get the sense of where this bulging might be where its breath sac or pouch is just bloating with whatever horrible corruption is on it.
Angelin, so I have an idea, and I'm not sure it's gonna work, but I have my flute, which can cure disease, so I could try to flute him.
Yeah.
I would have to touch him. So...
Well, if I distract it, maybe you could sneak up behind and touch a non-corrosive-y part.
I would probably have to touch the corrosive part, so I might lose my fingers.
I don't know if that's...
That'll be fine. Let's do it. Do it.
All right.
Do it.
Did you guys hear that? Do you have the plan down? Distract it, and we're gonna try to cure it. And we've got to work fast.
All right.
It starts to stomp after hearing that, and kind of the chatter all around it hears your voice and it starts to stomp towards you.
I am going to fly in as quickly. I'm going to kind of like zoom around and try and come in from the back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play my flute and do a lesser restoration, which cures disease or like paralyze, which he doesn't have. So I'm aiming for the disease.
I would say, as it stomps towards Annulin, let's do a dexterity contest to see if the dragon, the fairy dragon, gets to Annulin. It is letting out this.
It hasn't been an hour, I don't think.
Yeah, so it's a disease or blind and deaf and paralyzed.
Let me check.
So it's a contest with Sylvie to see if you can get to that first. So before he
I
jumps to Annulin.
I have to roll
So
something.
you're swooping down and it's stomping towards Annulin. So whether Annulin's going to get a burst of acid interface before or corrosive biz before you're able to get there.
She's probably gonna die. Should I
Twist it.
twist
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
Can
Yeah.
Wait,
twist
you
me?
want to win or I want to win? Don't I want to be more dexterous?
You're not contested. You're not rolling.
No, it's me. I'm
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. So
Yeah, can you pull
It's a
one out?
dexterity contest.
Thank you, Chattery.
How dexterous does he look? Pretty dexterous.
Decently, you see that his wings are broken, and he's
14.
pulling himself, and that actually succeeds.
Wow.
So as the gullet fills with this horrible mutated fairy dragon with those unfocused white orbs for eyes, its gullet fills with that corrosive breath. Sylvie, you suddenly distract and it turns its head towards you and it spews the acid in the air, and it doesn't feel like that same kind of very clear acid breath that Guru had of a little black dragon. This is some sort of horrible putrid. It smells disgusting, and it smells almost similar to what you had experienced in that cellar as it spews all over into the air, and
Yikes.
and you're able to get in front of it and you play your flute and you press your hand on its gullet, and your hand flashes, and for a moment you see the fairy dragon stop, and it's looming over you, and it's not the size of a massive dragon, but it is still
Bigger than Sylvie.
it's bigger than a Sylvie. It is bigger than Ramby, right? And as he's a giant ram, and it kind of rears back, and as your hand glows, you see all of much of the growth on its neck start to and puff off into the air in these strange spore-like floating shapes, as its eyes go from pure white to suddenly shimmering, and the whiteness almost disappears, and there's a bit of clarity as a pupil suddenly emerges, and you see these bright crystal blue eyes as it blinks, and it's struggling, and it starts with this it starts to fall off, and you see that there's a bit of realization as it kind of shakes off, but it doesn't seem to get all of it.
And I would see that it looks like it's struggling.
Yes.
I would like to use my Dark Delirium.
Ooh, what is that?
It is my faith thing. I choose a creature within 60 feet. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And on a failure, it is charmed or frightened by me for a minute. So I'm going to try and charm it.
Oh. Okay. So you do that, and you're going to try to charm it. And so wisdom saving throw. That'll be an 18.
So this is confusing because it says the DC is 18, but my DC is higher than that. My spell save DC.
Then it's probably just not set up a DDBI. But it should match your spell
Because
save.
my
DC.
spell save DC is 21.
Yeah, so it should.
If you're reading a feature, it's not gonna.
Oh, I know what it is. I don't think I have my wand equipped.
We'll say for this, it's 21.
Yes, it is. My spell save DC is 21.
And you see as it's struggling as you cast the Dark Delirium. How does that look? What does that look?
It is like a mix of like green not puffy, but like green misty swamp gas. It like bubbles and pops all around me, very haggish. And its eyes follow along as the bubbles pop in midair, and every time they pop, it looks like it's falling more and more into a trance until I charm it and make it look at me. And then I'm going to speak in Sylvan to it, saying that that worked for Annulin.
Fey dragon, hi, sweet thing. Let me fix you. Let us all fix you.
Rodek, get in there. You might be able to help Sylvie. She can give you direction.
How fast is all this happening?
This is happening, so it's happening almost immediately, right? It almost destroyed it, and then Sylvie did the thing, and it is just barely happening as the swamp gas bursts in its face, and its eyes with clarity, it blinks, and you see those blue eyes as the growth start to fall off and kind of spread into the air or drop to the ground, with a bit still on its head and its horns still caked in it. And for a moment, a darkness kind of washes over, and it kind of looks at you and Sylvie as it turns, and make a persuasion check, and we'll see what it does.
And I'll say to Thanos and say, hold on.
Am I advantaged because it's charmed?
Yes.
I believe that's a 26. It's a 26.
26. As it looks at you, and it blinks, and it looks around, and it looks very scared, and it looks as if it's suddenly realizing what's going on. And it looks at you for just a moment, and you're not sure like if this thing's gonna bolt in the next instant.
I'm going to through the mind brain so as not to shock him.
Rodek, if you happen to have any ability to restore or do any kind of restoration magic on this thing, please come around the back silently and help me, because I'm about to juice my flute.
And I'm just gonna pump every last bit of my flute's magic, all the restorations into this thing just as quickly as I can. As I look at it and I say,
I'm going to try to help you, friend.
And I'm going to touch it, and I'm going to use the rest of the charges on the flute.
And hearing that, I'll get up and I don't want to startle it. So I'm just going to calmly walk up to it.
And I'll slowly sing a haunting Celtic tune, Fey tune, to try and keep it distracted into mask Rodek's footfalls.
I'll sing back up in Sylvan.
I would say make a persuasion check. 20. As you are playing the flute, and you see that as it's getting ready to bolt, you keep playing the flute and pumping more and more of that magic.
As more and
more as it stops it, as it keeps more and more of the growth start falling off, and its eyes, which continually goes a bit more cloudy and then resists it. It feels as if it is struggling. As Rodek, you're able to get up, and you're not sure how much time you have.
I would like to cast Lesser. I actually don't rest, so I should have all my spell slots. I would like to cast Lesser Restoration. I'll say, I'll do what I can. Warden, see this creature through, please, and we'll see what happens.
How many is that total?
6.
Yeah, 5 and then 1 more.
5 and then 1.
And I have the ability to cast more. Let me make sure.
I can help too.
And you'll help if you can.
Okay. I'll also put my hands on it and
I'll pump 2 in. I'll do it twice.
7. 8.
8.
Or more.
So you all are standing around it, and you're all focused. Your hands are on it, and it's looking like, and as you're channeling your magic, the power of Warden, your hands are glowing with the light of the forge. Your hand is glowing with that the shimmering flute of Seluna, but also channeling the power of Baba Yaga. And you are channeling the power of the spirits in nature as whatever is taking this fairy dragon's mind is rearing up above you, and you're having to dodge the corrosive breath left and right, but it's starting to calm down, and its eyes are getting less and less cloudy and milky white, and suddenly there's only just a tiny little bit still clinging on to the horn, and the eyes wash over, and you see for just a moment where there had been struggle and violence and torture and torment in this creature's face. You finally see recognition and that same kind of sentience that you had seen in the bears and the owls and everything. And it looks at you, and it looks at the bears, and it looks around, and it looks at its broken wing, and it looks down at the ground, and it looks back at you, but both of you, and it lets out a voice in Sylvan, and it says, "Run!" And suddenly the earth just erupts all around you.
Oh, shit.
Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As the earth completely gives out beneath you.
I just rolled double natty 20s.
Wow.
That makes up for my 5. I rolled a natural.
I got a 27.
So 30.
30? Sully?
7.
7? Rodek?
That's a 4.
Oof. Banners?
27.
27. Suddenly, it happens in an instant as the ground all around you collapses and crumbles, and you all fall in to the earth. As the ground gives way, and you fall about 20 feet, as the earth all around you just crumbles away, and suddenly you're beneath what was beneath the earth. As you look up into this canopy above, but you are now in the remnants of a tunnel, of a cavern, and there's mushrooms as far as you can see. These bright purple and green pulsing mushrooms that burst with these strange spores from it, and suddenly you see motion from the sides of the walls as these strange creatures start to rise. They are covered in growth. They seem to be made of natural plant material, as the fungus all around you, these fungal creatures with numerous eyes, all that same milky white, start to burst spores all around them. And that is where we'll end the session.
Oh no!
You see the dragon though?
No.
Did the dragon fall
Because he
through too?
still had some of that stuff by his
the
The dragon, everyone fell into the earth. Everyone fell. And there's this network of tunnels and earth all around you.
We have to pump one more lesser restoration to get the last bit off of him before he changes.
He might be fine.
I don't
Probably.
think so.
I think that we've held it at, well, we can talk about
We're not done though. What's
We're
next?
not done.
What's next?
So what comes
Thank you so much
next?
for the raid.
Well, so first what comes
Thank you.
what comes is the thanks. So Kimma has resubscribed. That's for 8 months. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
Laugh Love Lindy rated our channel
Thank
with
you
a bunch
so
of
much.
viewers.
Thank you, Lindy.
Uncle
if you're
Bob
still here.
256K followed your channel.
Wow, Uncle Bob.
Dice Priority also rated us, which we greatly appreciate.
Love you.
Vox Fanato has resubscribed for 10 months.
Wow.
And the Outlaws Network has also followed our channel. So thank you so much for the subs, the follows, and all that good stuff. For everybody who has subbed with us, we mentioned briefly before that after every stream, we turn it over to a subscriber-only stream after we've streamed D&D for about 4 hours, where we're going to talk about the session, and we're going to maybe get some DM insights, we're going to talk about our favorite moments, we're going to answer all of your questions, and you get to spend a little bit more intimate time with us, which is always a lot of fun. So if you're a subscriber, don't go anywhere. I believe if you're not a subscriber, you get like a 5-minute preview or something like that. I don't know how,
Come hang out with us.
if that happens every time or if it happens once, I don't know. But yeah, come hang out with us, and we are going to be back here again the same time next week at Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Saturday the 29th, that's not this Saturday, it's the Saturday after, Memorial Day weekend, we will be here at 2 p.m. Eastern time for Beneath Dark Wings.
Yeah.
Join our Discord for updates to the schedule and all sorts of fun times and good stuff.
Oh, thank you, Hanska, for gifting out.
Boom.
Night Chase.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for the
so
gifted
much,
sub.
Hanska, for the gifted sub.
We appreciate all the support.
Subs.
That's
Thank
a
you so
lot
much.
of crazy.
Wow.
Stick
Thank you
around.
so much. We're going to cut over. We'll be back in 1 second.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you
Bye.
soon. We love you.